Hey everybody, we are back with D&D, and well, here we are. Maybe we'll see. Some of us may make an appearance this evening. Some of our characters. So, if you have never watched this before at all, the quick and dirty is there's a terrible thing called the Vanishing, and Wigbit discovered it a long time ago and gathered some friends around him to go try and stop it. And he's basically lived out a terrible life since he tried to stop it and just watched everybody around him die. But he's carried around that prophecy. He's got a big stack of papers. He's got a lot of notes. He knows what's going on. Yeah, and various bags of bones and dust and other body parts. He knows. He's got it all figured out. Wigbit has all the answers.
That was the biggest lie I ever heard.
But anyway, yeah, so Wigbit is the protagonist of this journey that we're all on, trying to stop the Vanishing from blanketing the entire world and making everyone forget all about themselves. And it has something to do with Shar, who's an evil goddess, and something also to do with this pasty old elf. We got to catch up with him. We don't know where he is. Probably hanging out in the graveyard, waiting for us to show up with his dragon statue. But anyway, we have this other little incident that's going on that we discovered. Oh well, I guess we'll discover that. But we had this thing where we had to go up to the top of Shar's towers in the Shadowfell and fight a shadow dragon, a big giant guy with an axe, and a undead beholder, and some other various things, and each other kind of. It was the beholder's fault. It wasn't by choice. Anyway, Wigbit survived, and then he found a bunch of his dead friends had come back, or he had the power to bring them back. So Rowan showed back up, and Grem showed back up, and he brought the Farron and Gus back to life from their sorry states of I forget what. No, Gus was just a shell. The Farron was like a pile of dust.
Grem just walked up.
Grem just showed up. Yeah, Grem showed up.
In the Shadowfell.
Grem thinks I think Grem might still be dead if you ask him. He's not really sure about how this all works.
He doesn't know.
And Rowan's been dead for what feels like several years, but has actually been 6 weeks-ish. So they all came back. They hung out in a library with this very rude librarian who would not tell them the only thing they needed to leave, but they figured it out anyway and jumped in this crazy cosmic portal. And they tried to get back to where they need to be. The only thing they know is they had to get back to a certain point in time and a certain place and find a thing that they will know when they recognize it and keep anybody else from getting that thing. And so they've all come back to the exact same place where the thing is, and everything's going to be fine. And we're about to find out that that is not at all what happened.
What? I was playing. This is the final episode of the whole game right here.
Yep,
what are you
this
talking about?
is the end.
Yeah. Yeah, you all appear, and there it is. It's right in there, right there. It's fine.
Yep. Hey, we got the thing. We protect it for the next few hours, and we win.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All done. Game over. Hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the campaign.
The Wigbit story.
The Wigbit story. That's right. All right, so we have some disparate storylines, as they would say. So we're going to, we're going to figure out where everybody is and see what happens with everyone. So I think it's probably best to start with those that are furthest away. And so I think in my mind, that would probably be Grim and Wigbit, I think, who have appeared in this cave, and they were having a conversation, and I don't know where you guys want to pick up with this, and I'm flexible with however we want to roll with this.
Oh, you can replay it. Sure.
Yeah, it was short.
Okay. Yeah. So they appear in a cave that only one of them seems to recognize. Obviously, it's a. Well, I mean, I guess for Grim, he would know this is a cave. Wigbit may not recognize it as a cave at first, but Grim was the first one to arrive. And there are symbols and runes carved all over the walls in this place. And for Grim, what is different this time is that it's super bright. Like the runes and the things that are on the wall are bright. And Grim doesn't really necessarily need the brightness, but that's slightly different for him this time. And so he's kind of just standing there trying to figure out things, and then of course he hears a noise behind him, and it is Wigbit who has shown up. But not everybody else. It was just Wigbit. Again, for Wigbit goes from like being in the room with the symbol, stepping through the gateway, stepping out into darkness, but it's darkness that is brightly illuminated. So it's kind of like that blinding flash of light that hits him for a minute. When he shakes his head and adjusts his eyes, he sees also a bunch of symbols and runes all over the walls. He can't make them out, can't read any of them. But they both can read a set of runes that are written kind of almost near the floor of where the wall meets the floor at one point. And so they're both looking at those, and I guess I will let them take the narrative from here. I'll let them decide what they want to talk about and reveal.
So Graham will look behind Wigbit, say, "Did the others not make it?"
I don't know. The Farron went and Gus before me, but Rowan was behind me. Where are we?
Graham kind of looks around and considers. We are where my power came from. I learned to live in darkness here. Now I bring darkness to my foes. And he summons, as he's saying that, he summons a shadowy rapier in hand, reading the text before them and starting to understand and follow the directions of it. But Johnny, did you say what the text was? Sorry, I was somewhat distracted.
I didn't say it. No.
I haven't. I didn't say it. I didn't know if y'all wanted to say it.
Wigbit will read it out loud. Why can I read this? Eldra said you would come here and know better than to doubt her. All right, and I know better than to doubt her. It's just a shame I can't be here to meet you. Apparently, we're going to create a distraction, whatever that means. In the meantime, ... whatever that means. Is that in glyphs too?
Yeah, the dots are in glyphs. Yeah, I don't know what the ellipse is in. Yeah, anyway, yes.
In the meantime, for whatever reason, I can read these ... glyphs. In the meantime, you must return to Emelis with all haste. Carve the sigils below into the ground in a 10-foot diameter circle with whatever you have available. When it glows, step into it, and then tell. How do you say that? Alar?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would say Aylar.
Aylar. He still owes a certain gnome a certain pin.
That is weird.
That's Zelfod. This is... Why can I read this? What is this?
Zelfod has great magic. He is well known.
So if you go to etching, Wigbit's just... He's not helping, but it's not because... like, there's just other things.
Yeah, there's a lot.
He would help, but he's kind of... You say your power came from this place?
Yes, I came here, and also it was strange that I could read these runes, and they gave me knowledge of the darkness, and how to use it.
No person, just the place?
Yes.
Taught you?
This place gave me knowledge.
Why did we come here?
Well, I had to think of somewhere. This is that first place I thought of in the world.
I think I realized what we were supposed to do after I stepped through. I just thought about where you were.
I'm glad. I would feel stupid if I was the only one here.
I wonder, where did everybody else get to?
Well, where is the most danger in the world?
Emelis was under siege. Well, I don't know how long ago.
Under siege.
And
it was not like that last time I was there.
Although, if Eldra's involved in some of the stuff, I mean, I don't know when we came back.
When? Why would it be when?
I can't remember what Eldra's words were. Something like.
You talking about from last episode?
Yeah, from last episode. It was like when it appears, like I can't remember what the wording was. When it appears, they'll create distractions. Third Vorla. Yeah.
Yeah. You cannot win the war here in the Astral Sea. Return to Third Vorla and save it when it reappears. You'll know where and when. We will create the distraction to get it back to Third Vorla, but once it is there, you cannot give it up again. They will know at that time, and it will not take long for the third ring of darkness. That is not a future you want to see.
I mean, there's just so many mentions of time. Eldra's message.
Well, I guess we go through another portal and we will find out. As he finishes carving the runes in with his rapier.
Are there any entrances or exits to this room?
Like, as you look around, you don't see any. Now, if you're asking, then that's a different question, but you don't see any.
How did you get in here?
I do not know. When I first came here, it was cave. I came in, but then yes, the opening disappeared. When I was ready to leave, I left. And then when I look back, it was just stone, no opening.
Yeah, in Wigbit's. Yeah. He just came from a place that already kind of broke his mind, and with how cool the last portal was, this is just this is further down the rabbit hole for Alice. All right.
We create a magic circle.
Happy to get a little bit of Grem's backstory, a little side track for a little backstory there.
That's right.
And yeah, so once you finish the runes, which takes either a minute or 10 minutes, I can't remember.
6 seconds?
6 seconds.
It's definitely not.
I mean, if it's Zelfod, doesn't it take 6 seconds?
It takes Zelfod 6 seconds.
If Zelfod's doing it, I guess. He knows how to make that happen.
Yeah, didn't Zelfod just like blow it into the...
Yep, he made a 6-second teleportation.
Yeah, it just falls right off you.
1 minute.
1 minute, okay. So 1 minute later, he'll finish carving.
You've essentially you've read a scroll is essentially what you've done.
Right.
You know, so yeah, you read a scroll of a teleportation circle, which is somewhere on your list. I don't know if it's on your list, but it's on one of your classes list. And you you have so many classes, I can't keep up with them. Yeah. And so the portal starts to glow. Now that I put it away, let me read it again, make sure let me read it right. Yeah, a shimmering portal opens within the 10-foot diameter circle.
Grem will walk right through.
All right.
Right after him.
All right.
Take one more look before.
one more look.
Yeah, take one more look at this room.
Okay. And so when you step through, you appear in a well, it's clear that you've stepped out of a similar circle of some kind. And Wigbit, you actually recognize this one. You came out of this one when you first emerged from the Underdark. And in the tower, but when you step out, there's clearly a very young, apprentice is kind of sitting there in a chair, and he's got a book in his arms, and he's, y'all could tell he was like dozed off. And then when y'all step through, you both hear this like distant like like some kind, and he like jumps up and he looks at you and he's all wide-eyed and he says, you are, and like he raises his hands and he starts muttering stuff, and he's got that look of like, I'm about to cast like a cantrip at you, because that seems to be like what he can do, and so he's you intruder,
whoa,
intruder,
wait,
intruders.
Don't you recognize me?
And he
I don't know if I recognize him, but
yeah, you don't recognize this guy. He's so he's like, and it seems like he's like fumbling over the words to like try to figure out like something to cast at you.
Calm down. No, we're not.
Like he's stepping back towards, there's an archway, and he's stepping back towards the archway as he's Ricky. How do I you're not supposed to. How did you come through? You can't. What? And every time he says, like, and his voice raises, he takes another step back. And so by the time he finishes saying all that, he's like 5 feet back from where he was, and he's still just, you can't, and you can hear like over all of that and kind of this distant like, you hear some other footsteps like in the distance.
I'll just kind of calmly walk toward him. Kind of like hands up, like, we're not going to hurt you. But I will if I get close.
Grim will cast his shadow sword away and make it disappear. Try to seem a little less threatening.
You don't get rid of the shadows, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he I think this would be the appropriate thing that he would do. Yeah, so he finally, like, he's still stepping back. And he says, yeah, and he points at you, Wigbit, and all of a sudden your nose starts to glow. And he points his finger at you, like your nose starts to glow, and he's stepping back. It'll be worse the second time.
Now stop it.
Stop where you came. And like he's still bad. So by this point, he's like backed up through the archway, which at least down a hallway. But he seems to be like he's not listening to whatever you're saying. He's just constantly like, and everyone's like, help! We intruders! And he's
Maybe there is someone smarter down the hall.
Should we just wait?
That may be best. We do not want to seem like threat if this is not our enemies.
No. Remind me, Graham, have you been to this city? Okay. All right.
Just Emelis, yeah. So he's been to Emelis.
Well, yeah, remind me what aspects of it Graham was here for.
Not much. You found him. Yeah, you found him in the temple, Tavecna's temple. Brought him back to Emelis. We were there for a short amount of time. He was there for the Chamali fight, and then you're like, "Let's go to the Astral Sea," and then he died.
Right.
Yeah. So, right. So you definitely have not seen this place, like the tower.
But you were there for the Chamali.
Yeah. So he's spent like a week in Emelis. I think.
You saw some good prophecy, was what you're saying.
Yeah, he saw a little. Yeah, he saw some prophecy.
and understood all of it.
100% of none of it.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
It's after a minute or so, and by this point, the apprentice has kind of made his way down this hallway, and if y'all stopped, like, he's calmed at least verbally a little bit, but he's still like, and then the light eventually like fades off your nose, but he's kind of backed up, and he's got to another doorway. As he gets to the doorway opens, and you see this very, very, what you can easily tell, it's a very old elf with robes on. And Wigbit, you recognize him. You remember Alar from the first time you came through, and he enters, and he's wearing purple robes. He's got this very prominent pin of a tower, and the tower has like these stars around it. He wears it very prominently. You remember it from the last time. And he enters, and he like puts his hand on the apprentice's shoulder, and the apprentice, kind of looks up at him like, seems surprised, and then he sees who it is, and he, highest Alar, there, but you, and he says, I will handle this, and so he backs him out, and he goes to the door, and then Alar walks in by himself, and the door closes behind him, and he stops. So, I mean, he's probably like 30 feet away from you, and he says, "How did you enter this place?"
Sorry to cause a disturbance. We came by a portal. Graham, do you know how that one worked?
Magic. Boy, he called you Alar.
Yes, Alar. Good to see you again.
And as you saying that, he seems to be peering at you, Wigbit, and says, I remember you.
Wigbit?
You were here, a week ago or so, I believe, with that. What?
You can finish, but we need to do some time math.
With Emelis, I do believe.
A week ago. Now time out.
Not a week. It was
Not
a week ago.
A day?
How long was it ago?
A day and a half?
I mean, you probably accumulate like 2 days worth of, between long rest and all that stuff. Probably 2 days.
Okay.
Give or take, but
All right. So we missed. All right. Okay. A week ago.
Yes.
Is the city okay? Is it still under siege?
Why have you returned?
To help?
Help who?
The city? And everyone? Why?
What will your help look like, Wigbit, the collector?
The collector. That's
Yeah, well, that's accurate.
He says it straight face. There is no like Wigbit, the collector.
The only one.
Well, I mean, don't actually exactly know yet. What's happened?
Too much.
We start with Emelis. Is he still around?
Do not know. Emelis goes about where Emelis chooses to go. It has always been his way, the fool that he is.
The king still in charge?
Has our king ever been in charge?
I don't actually know that much about that, but he seemed the siege.
There's no siege.
When did it end?
Almost as soon as it began.
They just left?
No, they didn't leave. There's only 2 results from a siege.
So we're under occupation. I don't know that Wigbit knows that word. They took over.
Yes, we are occupied. We do have. There is an army within our city. Yes.
Isn't what I expected.
Very short siege.
It was. You still have yet to answer my question, though.
Could you restate or rephrase the question?
How did you enter that circle?
It was
Magic
a
portal.
that. Have you heard the stories of Zelfod?
I'm gonna roll this die. See how well I can do this. Ooh, that was pretty good, actually. Would you like to make an insight check?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, how insightful. Let's see.
I think that's probably like a 19. Oh, how bad is that?
Oh, wait. Sorry.
I like the 18 plus 0 and the 1 plus 8 that we had.
Yep.
Well, Graham doesn't.
Somebody,
He's
like
distracted.
I said, Wigbit knows everything that's going on.
He's the main
Does that mean I
character.
get to roll 18s the rest of the way for like intelligence and insight checks?
Yep, he just gets to plot armor his way through all of the things.
So my number was in fact a 17. So you're 18.
It actually is a +2. I do actually.
Oh, okay. You're very insightful.
Wigbit is wise.
So when you say, do you know Zelfod, you see like there's a noticeable pause, and it's that pause in conversation when somebody recognizes something, but they don't really want to admit to it. And so when you say, do you know of Zelfod, he kind of. I may have heard of this Zelfod.
Oh, apparently, you owe him a pin.
And when you say that, like, especially Wigbit, you notice, like, the color kind of drains from his face a little bit. He's like, so one of the Guardians sent you.
Two, I guess.
Yeah, and on Eldra's command or suggestion.
You speak of big things, Wigbit the Collector.
Yeah, well, apparently they're coming back, at least to create a distraction. At least that's what Delphod suggests.
They're coming here?
I think that's the plan.
So maybe we should be on our way
Where will you go?
through that door.
Then where will you go?
I was hoping you could show us out.
Oh.
As you said, we have big things to do.
It sounds like we missed a bit. And maybe knowing what's going on would help us know what we should do.
And once you know, you will do what?
Fight our enemies. Send them to the Raven Queen.
And who are your enemies? And who are your enemies? And he's actually looking at Grim now.
Oh, I have many enemies. The dragons most of all. But right now, apparently, this army.
The vanishing, we're trying to stop that ultimately.
Oh yeah, that too.
I mean,
And you.
the half elf, has he been in the city?
Not that we know of.
I think he's got a lot to do with the vanishing, and they're trying to make it complete, and we've got to stop it.
I will. He kind of stops. The last time you were through here, Wigbit the Collector, there were several with you. Now you bring one. The Vanishing has gotten, well, certainly not better. Most would say worse. And now you believe you yourself and your erstwhile half-orc companion here can stop it?
Graham looks confused.
Yeah, you didn't see anybody else come through here yet?
Until 10 minutes ago, I would have said anyone coming through here is impossible. And he looks past you at like where you came through and said, clearly I need to work on a few things.
Well, there might be 2 more coming. 3 more? 3 more. Sorry, math. 3 more.
That's perfect for Wigbit.
Right, that's all right for Wigbit, I think.
I've lost count of who's alive. Some people are coming.
They're all alive and they're all dead.
There might be a few more coming, or maybe they've. We need to find the rest.
Maybe they thought of elsewhere.
Right.
And these
Where
are
would
your former companions that were with you the last time you passed through?
It changes. It changed a bit.
where would Rowan go? If you were Rowan, where would you go?
I don't know, maybe the South Ward or the what do we call the Great Tree?
The big tree.
Yeah, the ancient tree. Yeah.
The big tree.
The big tree.
I don't know.
Then we can start there.
Baron, I mean, the library? I don't know.
When you say the Farron, he kind of gives a look. He's not trying to hide this one. He kind of gives a look like a Farron. The Collector.
Yeah. And
He is still, well, he is not with you, I see.
right, Grim and I took a different route. And Gus, I have no idea. I mean, I only just met him the last time we were here. Maybe
He doesn't make any response when you say Gus. Well. So you wish to leave here then go find this Rowan. You said his name was.
I mean, you know Rowan.
Of the South Ward.
I do not meddle in affairs of the South Ward.
Thought everybody knew Rowan.
He is kind of a big deal.
If he's a big deal in the South Ward. He kind of shrugs.
Man, that is some shade.
Yeah,
That guy is just mean.
a snob. Looking down on the
Somebody's
South Ward.
getting played.
Oh yeah, this guy. Put this guy on the list.
Moving right up.
Vengeance, great and small.
You have to Emelis, tell him we're back.
I'm assuming I will not see Emelis. We don't exactly speak. And you remember the last time they were here, there seemed to be a little bit of animosity between the two of them. Yeah. He just. But I suppose if you're going to leave, I should show you a few things.
Would be excellent.
And he turns around and he goes back out the door.
Follow.
Okay. And you go out the door, and you go down a hallway, and then he seems to take you through a few different hallways. And Wiggly, you don't recognize any of these hallways. But when he steps out onto this balcony. And Wiggly, you realize you've been on this balcony before, but you certainly don't remember any of those hallways you just walked down to get here.
House type vibe.
Yeah. Cool. No wizardy thing they got going on. Yeah. So the Arcane Association, as they call this tower, is right there, dead center in the middle of the. Wait, did I move y'all? I did. Okay, yeah. Making sure I did that right. Yeah. So it's right there under the two ends of Inner. So it's like almost pretty much dead center of the city. And just for folks who don't know, it's a tower. It's obviously a wizard's tower of some kind, and it's probably the tallest structure in the city. But with the slope of the city, from where you are, you're kind of even with what the castle and the castle walls that are to the northwest. But then looking out over the city, you can see there are it's nighttime, and by judging just the moonlight, it seems to be about midnight. There's the walls you can see in the distance are there's torchlight on all of them, lantern light all around. And as you look, it's too far away to make out like any kind of symbols or heraldry or anything. But Alar just sort of points towards the walls, and he says, the walls are no longer manned by troops solely loyal to Akron. They are Valeus's troops. And you will see their flags if you draw closer. And he turns around and looks at Wigba and says, you should remain cautious moving about the city.
Isn't Valeus to the south?
Yes.
Wasn't the army coming from the north?
Clearly they had some magical assistance. Well, that's my assumption from here.
Was the situation so dire that we thought it would happen that quickly? Okay, all right. How
like
they were-
like a 1 day siege? Nah,
they were
that's not
just-
usually things, or like a that's not things that usually occur. Yeah.
Well, they were just like setting up to siege. Like,
Right,
they were like on the north, coming over the river,
Yep.
barely
Yeah.
there.
They essentially just crossed the river and were making sorties against the north gate, the north wall, and launching some projectiles into the city. But they certainly hadn't reached even like the inner ward or the west ward and south ward. It was primarily like a north ward and maybe a little bit of the east ward. So
The only thing is, I guess that fight in the street where people appeared out of nowhere.
I mean, it's a reasonable assumption if you were
I mean,
around.
Graham has no idea about it.
Look, it's so fast.
Well, they didn't necessarily. They didn't. Well, not for me to judge. These are matters beyond me. But it wasn't a taking of a city. They didn't come anywhere close to the southern reaches of the city. They merely fought in the north, and then all the fighting stopped. And soon their troops were marching through our gates. And he says that, and then he like marching through the gates of the city. I mean,
Is bad defense.
seems that way, yes. Seems like you should take that up with Brand Stormraven.
I like Admiral Stormraven.
And all he says is,
But Emelis
Okay.
is still around.
I do not know. Again, we don't speak much.
You should.
I've tried. Emelis goes his own way.
Okay. Thank you for showing us this balcony.
I
guess we
and
better.
as you say that, I think Grim, with your ability to see in the dark, as you see that, you can see like on the Queensway, below you, you see clearly a patrol of soldiers that are moving through the streets. And they seem to be marching in like some kind of formation. And you're kind of like looking real close, kind of like seeing what's going on. And you don't see anybody else in the streets but them. And they move, up the street, up Queensway, and then, out of your view. As you're standing there just watching.
Are the people forced to stay in their homes?
I mean, I don't really know, but needless to say, most of my people, such as young Jared there as you came in, have stayed here with me, where they are safe.
Okay.
So nobody's come in to see you.
Until you arrived, no one had been in to see me. That is correct.
And you guys have not gone out.
We have not. We do not go out. They do not come in. It is an arrangement.
Sorry.
We will maybe try to make new arrangements.
I wish you fortune in whatever it is you decide to do.
Can you help us? Can you help us find our friends?
Because we're used to having an elf mage around. Like, you know, I mean, no, you're not quite as good, but like, we'll take what we can get.
Help you find this Rowan of the South Ward.
Oh yeah, or the Farron.
And the Farron.
Or Gus.
Or this Gus. And how would I do that exactly?
That is for you to figure out. That is why we asked the question. You could just say no.
I mean, could you some sort of magic for finding people?
Seems reasonable.
I don't know. I gotta look at the spells to see if I can.
Or even just telling the Farron where we are. Emelis can do that. Oh, I probably shouldn't.
Oh man.
Because I would need to know these people you speak of. And besides having seen this Farron once, I don't know how to reach them.
I might have like
Do you have
them if you need it for magic.
so do you have a possession of theirs that could possibly help me in this endeavor?
I mean, so what components of their bodies do I still possess?
Well,
Rowan's jawbone, or does he have his jawbone back?
for who?
For Rowan, do I still have his jawbone?
No, you don't have his jawbone anymore.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I've got anything on these guys.
I will. Hold on. Let me consult my spell book. Let me look up the spell. See, the problem with all these is they say familiar to you. And none of y'all are real familiar to him. Let's see. No, familiar. Gotta be familiar.
What about Emelis? Could you at least tell him where we are? Gonna push this.
I'm not sure he would respond to a message from me.
You tell him Wigbit sent it, I bet he would.
He looks at you and raises an eyebrow. I suppose I will send him a message. How long does it take? It takes one round. Look at that. So he closes his eyes for a minute and he starts to cast, and then you can tell he kind of stops casting mid-cast. He says, Emelis is unreachable.
Well, thanks for giving it a shot.
Whether he is dead or somewhere else. I cannot tell. Then these other companions you speak of, is there a likely location they would be? You said Rowan would be the South Ward, but the South Ward is a large part of the city.
I mean, the Farron liked the library.
Is there a more specific library location?
Within the library?
So we have several libraries within the city.
There was one off of Queens Way up off of closer to the palace. I don't know that many street names, but I feel like I learned the way.
Yeah, you've heard that one enough. Yeah. Oh, up near in that area.
Yeah.
Well, not sure exactly, but you and I were looking for him. Is that not where you should look?
Yep. Yeah. We should.
You have been very helpful.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
You don't need to.
I'm not sure Grim meant that.
We should be going before there is daylight.
Yes. Well, good fortune to you.
Good luck being here.
Condescension too.
Thank you. And when he says thank you, he kind of tries to give the condescension back as much as he can, but you know.
I feel like he's got a condescension down.
If you got to try to put the condescension in, you're already lost.
Yeah. And so he kind of holds his arm out towards the door, and he says, "Through there, you will find your way out."
Good night. Graham will head through the door.
He turns his back to you and just kind of puts his hands on the railing and kind of looks out at the city. As you step through the door, and when you step through the door, you come out a door and you're on the ground level, and there's like this hedge around you, and so you're clearly on the ground level of the city.
That's pretty fun. I like the.
And we're gonna pause there with you two as we switch to the outskirts of the city, where a certain turtle that we all know and love has appeared on the road.
I'm looking around, and I'm assuming that I'm in a different timeline than these guys, right?
I mean, that is
because I heard you say
you make your assumptions all you want to.
All right, because it's nighttime, and I can see the stars and everything, and I can see that the city is a little bit different looking than I remember, and I see some patrols, and I'm starting to realize that this might not be a place I want to be. So I quickly bounce my staff off the ground and cast with my staff. Let me see. That would be Pass Without a Trace. And then I quickly wild shape into a giant eagle and take to the skies, because my first order of business is to find my companions, because I have no idea where I am. And I recognize the city and I recognize the road I'm on. But I feel like they would know this better than me. And I'm just assuming we're on the same timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess circle, starting with the highest like buildings and peaks that I can find in the city. So whether that's battlements, castles, towers, trees, whatever, within the city walls, because I'm assuming this is where they would have ended up if I ended up here. And me being one with nature, I would assume that I would end up outside where there's a little bit more of the nature, and maybe these guys would end up in the city. So I want to start with like the towers and trees and, the highest angles and kind of looking around, seeing what I can see.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you soar above the battlements, and you're looking down, so I guess starting with maybe the things you recognize, because you have been in the city for a little bit of time. Over here in the West Ward is where at one point in your previous existence, you were part of a circus. Well, not part of the circus. You were just involved in a circus. And that's, you recognize one of the tents over there as you're flying over.
You were the circus.
I were the circus.
I still am the circus.
Obviously, there, as I said, there's this tower here that kind of towers over most of the rest of the city. Although there are quite a few buildings that are several stories tall, especially within the inner and the north wards here. And there are some nicer buildings and some manses and things like that. Anything that's green on the map are groves. Nothing huge, nothing super tall, but like groves of trees. The one exception, of course, is down here, the ancient tree, which is gigantic. It towers over everything. It towers over the walls down here. And just looking at it from here, you can see that not a single bit of it actually is over the city walls. So it is exactly how it is there, but it is that big, that wide, and much taller than the wall that's down here. And then of course you see the castle to the northwest, which you have visited before, and then of course that barracks room, and then the room of collection, all part of here. Otherwise, I don't know, like, does your eagle have dark vision or anything like that?
It doesn't have dark vision.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't really make out like anything in the city below you as far as, I mean, it's too dark. I mean, there are lights, obviously, although it's not really well lit besides on the walls. I mean, you see flickers of light here and there, but it's largely rather dark. And yeah, so besides like clearly the most illumined part of the city are the walls themselves.
All right. So I don't see anyone in any higher places. So I start like circling around, and I remember the Farron had mentioned something about the library, and so I want to go down, and I want to to that street level and kind of just above street level, and kind of see what I can see around the library, where I remember the Farron had eye contact with the librarian, and they seem to have a connection. Maybe.
Yeah. Are you still an eagle? Are you an eagle flying at street level?
Well, I mean, not at street level. I mean,
okay.
I'm above, I'm at a safe distance where I'm not crashing into people.
I mean, and again, as you get lower, like you don't see anybody at the part you're flying in. But as you're just kind of soaring down, towards that level, you do see like a patrol of soldiers, it looks like about 10 of them or so, like marching, and they're not just walking; they're marching.
Yeah, and I'm avoiding detection. I have pass without a trace, and I'm trying to be stealthy. I'm not wanting to attract attention.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you do remember where the library was located because it's where y'all had chased Nagamini through this neighborhood up here. And so you find the library. It looks dark from the outside.
All right, so I see no lights. Trying to think what else I would remember. I would definitely remember. Was it Emelis? And I remember last we saw him, I think was exiting the castle, right?
Right.
But we don't know where he was going. He was going somewhere to hide, right?
No, y'all actually went to his quarters in the castle.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that would definitely be somewhere that I would be interested in going. You know, trying to, you know, figure out how to get there from the outside. You know, and obviously not going down to ground level, but trying to find out if there was a little, you know, terrace that I could kind of see and maybe.
So at the castle level?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna kind of fly above the castle first, and then swoop your way down a little bit.
Yeah, safely. I mean, obviously not trying to get detected, and you know, but see what I can see safely.
So, like, the first thing you notice as you get above the castle and like you come down a little bit, is that you don't remember seeing this many soldiers in like this confined of a space. There's literally soldiers everywhere. I mean, they're all over the walls. There's some on the castle grounds, and they all seem, I mean, relatively alert. You know, on guard. And you remember, like when you came through here, I mean, there were soldiers on guard, you know, but it was like that casual on guard, like what's your business at the castle, that type of thing. Well, these guys look a little more like, you know.
Are they more serious than my buddy that was watching the guy?
Oh, way more. Yeah, way more serious.
So I spent some time with him. Yeah. Would I notice a difference between the guard? Would I notice a difference between the soldiers?
So for some of them, maybe not necessarily, but then some of them they're you wouldn't really
you said more serious, so I would definitely notice that, right?
Well, they're more like I said, they're more on their guard, they're more at attention. You know, they actually have their weapons out, so their weapons aren't sheathed. I mean, their weapons are out. There's bowmen that are on the battlements.
Definitely avoiding them.
Yeah, I mean they're out. I mean, so they are. Are
these the same guard though? Like they're the same guard. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize these guys. They're just more at attention.
No, I mean, again, because before you saw a small gathering of them, and you didn't necessarily like make a note of their faces, and then now there's 10 times as many, and you know, again. From up here and just looking at them, I mean, maybe one or two of them may have been the same, but you're not entirely sure.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. So I want to kind of fly away from that because I'm like, there's too much going on, and Emelis wouldn't be hanging out with these guys.
Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't normally notice this kind of stuff, but
yeah. All right. 11. Well, actually, hold on. I'm an eagle. So hold on, because that's Gus's. Do I roll? I roll the eagles, right, Johnny?
Yes.
Okay. Let me roll. I apologize. Let me roll the
eagles. Eagle eyeballs.
Eagle eyeballs. I don't even. Yeah. Okay. So it is better. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So you notice that like many of the guards that are here, and you don't really know what heraldry is, but you notice that what they're wearing on their armor is different than what you noticed before. So there's it's two, what you assume, and you saw this from the flags. It's the same thing. It's like the two lions with the gem, like, you know, in the middle.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we were in the city before, all these other guys were talking about the city being under siege and how we needed to stop it because they were going to take over the city. So I do remember that. And Gus would assume that happened while they were gone. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Are these the guards that took over the city, or are these the guards that were already here and they fought everybody off?
Yeah, like I said, you don't really know their faces. I mean, it's either guards that were here and now they're wearing the heraldry of somebody else, or they were the people that took over and now they're here. Yeah. So, but not all of them are wearing that heraldry.
I gotcha. Okay. But they're definitely on guard. So I'm gonna kind of take a wide berth and I'm gonna make one more swoop. And then I'm actually going to go down to that ancient tree. Would I have seen that before? Probably not. Huh? Oh, I would have?
Yeah, you'd see it. It towers over the southern part of the city. I mean, it doesn't tower over the southern part of the city, but it towers over like this part. I mean, so you can't miss it if you're looking south. So you would have, at some point in your time in Emelis, you would have seen it.
Okay. All right. So that's, and being a druid,
sure,
you know, I would assume these guys know me well enough to know I would be hanging out around nature. So I'm going to go to the tree and just kind of chill out and, you know, kind of have a watchful eye on. Could I see over the wall, or is it? You said it's at wall level, right?
The tree is higher than the wall.
Okay, good.
From your direction, you can see the wall, and then the tree is over the wall.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to like perch myself in the tree and kind of, you know I can't see everything over the wall, but I kind of want to, you know, keep an eye and just hang out in the tree and, you know, I'm gonna chill out druid style, you know.
You're gonna draw upon some nature as you're there.
Yeah. Too bad none of these guys had a pet ferret or anything. I could locate animal within a 5-mile radius. Wait a second. I can locate Wigbit's feet.
No, Wigbit has a pet. You would maybe know.
Yeah. Okay. So
he has a two-headed worm.
Are you being serious right now?
No, you probably have seen, like, he plays with it and like feeds it.
He plays with his worm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've seen Wigbit play with his two-headed worm. Okay.
Yes.
Johnny, would I have seen this? I mean,
you can't unsee it.
We've all seen it.
He doesn't hide it.
Okay. So hold on. Okay. So knowing that Wigbit loves playing with his two-headed worm, I am going to go ahead and let me see. Locate animal, and I assume that there's not too many two-headed worms that like being played with in Emelis. Is that right now? Okay, so I am going to, once I get to the tree, I'm going to kind of, you know, scan the city, and I'm going to tap my druid staff down on one of the branches, and I'm going to cast locate animal, and I can describe or name a specific kind of would it be a beast? Would his worm be a beast?
I mean,
would people look at it and say, what a beast? Is that what they would say?
Yeah.
Is a worm considered an animal? Never mind. No, that's too technical for D&D. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Okay, so I learn the direction and distance to the closest two-headed worm of that kind within 5 miles.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, two-headed worms are within 5 miles. So yeah, that seems logical. Yeah. It's to the north. It's to the north, slightly northwest.
I feel like you guys are screwing with me, but
no, this is canon. He has had a two-headed worm for a very long time.
I cannot believe this is happening right now.
Oh yeah, this is real.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
All right then. Two. Okay, I cast it, and my eyes go wide because I realize someone is in the city with a two-headed worm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right, like I said, northwest. I don't know how far that is. I mean, a few 100 feet, 1,000 feet or so to the northwest of you.
I've got like a little like box with dirt in it, and I refresh the dirt sometimes, and I put little like.
This truly amazes me. I cannot believe this.
Most nights before he goes to bed, he takes it out and plays with it.
Okay, so I will cast Wild Shape again. So my last time casting Wild Shape before my next short rest, and I will turn into a giant eagle, and I will fly towards the two-headed worm.
Okay. All right.
I'm flabbergasted.
Wigbit is a man of all.
He's an epic hero. Epic hero.
Right.
Companion.
Yeah.
All right, so you are flying towards Wigbit. So we'll pause there as you're soaring through the night. And let's switch over to the fair, and assuming Mike is ready.
I am ready.
Okay, all right. I think Mike just sent me an email too, so I need to go read it real quick.
It's not much.
I'm sorry. This blows my mind.
Yeah. That two-headed worm comes in handy.
Again, Wigbit's the star of the show.
Right. Everybody has to be able to find their way to Wigbit.
That's right. Yep. The Vanishing, a Wigbit story.
But yeah, so the Farron is sitting in a dark location, the library actually, and having a conversation. And so I don't know where we want to pick up with this, but there's so she says, well, the rumors say that well, the admiral serves the king without question.
He served the king without question. He allowed everyone in.
I mean, he was in charge of the forces along the North Gate, they say, and well, after that one day of fighting, he
surrendered the gate.
I do not know for certain, but that's what they say, and that he met their captain on the field and rode in with him. Rode to the castle itself.
That's so.
Yeah, well. I do not. That's as much as I know, of course. I mean, these are matters beyond me.
There's a great deal of misinformation spreading if they think Aphlos a traitor, or me for that matter, or Wigbit.
Oh. I agree. You know this, but it's not going to stop folks from trying to take out that bounty.
This is so.
It's a lot of gold. A lot of gold.
So what do we do? I cannot stay here. I'd put you at risk.
How?
Do you have... I lost all my information. It was turned to dust when I was disintegrated.
Information about
Everything, all the notes that I carried with me, my life, lore, all of it.
well, I can certainly help you remember as much as you told me, but we didn't make extra copies.
We didn't.
Uh,
That was
you do not. You still do not remember who you were?
I remember everything.
Oh,
Eldithia.
well, this is good then.
It was forced into my mind by Kronzer Blue.
Yes, this demon you speak of.
Yes. When I was killed in the cult of Vecna's stronghold, then he jarred my memory there. And when I was killed in Star's Tower, then he exacted a price for my lack of cooperation on the villagers that he holds. I fear that they were lost some half-century ago when this all occurred. I've been holding on to hope of rescuing those that cannot be saved. I will not be beholden to him for the sake of some hope of salvation for them. And they agreed. They cheered me my standing against him, and so I will push back on fate in this instance. And I'll push back on fate to keep you safe.
But your village has been, well, I believe it has been what you've been looking for.
It's what I've been trying to redeem, but at what price? Should I trade the village for the world?
No. I mean, it does not seem a fair trade, but
In the case of Bronzer Blue is not one to keep his word on anything.
What?
And so even if I serve him, then what happens to them?
Yes,
And
you are.
Tolono seemed to strike a far better deal.
Yes, you mentioned Tolona once. From what I've read, I mean, it's only reading. She's not necessarily one to be trusted.
She is a blight.
Yes.
She's a pestilence. She's a disease. I cure
Yes.
diseases. And so it isn't something that I trust, but it is something that I understand.
Is not the Vanishing also a pestilence?
The Vanishing, she is at odds with because it is not. It is not a disease.
Oh, then what is it?
It is something of Shar. It is a projection, it is a curse, it is magic. It is not a disease. Tolona wishes for it to be a disease, to naturalize it. If it were to be naturalized, then we could have a cure. But if it's a magic caused by a god, then there's no cure for that.
So you're trading one magic disease for another?
A magic disease for something less, something different, something manageable. Something that we could treat. I don't know. And maybe that was before I fell. And with this new thought, then perhaps that is not the way. But what? She has the dragon statue.
She has it?
She has one of them.
How many are there?
If they are, in fact, pieces of Franz or Blue's scepter, then there should be 3.
That's the answer, Drew. Now we got it.
What's that?
We're talking about why there's. I know there's a third statue, but I can't remember why I knew there was a third. It was the Farrens.
Sorry, we're having a conversation about that.
But we saw the shattered remains of one of them on the floor of Char's tower.
It's got a couple.
So then there's only 2 left then?
There may be only 2 left, and these may be able to be destroyed. I mean, they are able to be destroyed, but maybe we would be able to destroy them. But if we destroy them, does that fulfill the prophecy? And that is for Wigbit's mind to decode. We must find him.
Is this a prophecy that we want to fulfill?
I don't know. I haven't been able to study it. Wigbit keeps it, and we have been on the move. I've only been alive for a brief period of time. Hours, disconnected days. In the same space as Wigbit.
And where is Wigbit now?
We passed through a portal, and he is... He's somewhere. Hopefully he's returning to us. We must convene here.
Was it just the 2 of you to fight this Vanishing and...
Rowan has returned, as I said.
Yeah, you might have said that. Oh yes. Rowan of the South Ward returns also from death.
He does.
So the collectors are reforming then?
They may yet be.
Seems like a bad time for it to be happening.
For the collectors to be coming back?
Yeah, she holds up the parchment.
I cannot believe that I'm wanted. There's been so many things that I've been in my life, but wanted is not one of them. Not for a long time.
You live long enough, you become something to everyone. Or, in your case, if you die enough times, I suppose you become something to everyone.
Death cannot keep me.
Clearly. So then what is your plan, Baron?
That's for fate to decide. As long as it doesn't take me down darkness, then we'll see where this path leads. Perhaps I stay a while longer. And he holds up a glass. And after this, then I depart.
You're of course welcome to stay here.
I also need some, not to be too practical, but I do happen to need some robes or clothes to more easily venture out into this world.
I'm not sure I have anything that will fit you.
Something with a hood. I
can send out
some gold before I left.
I can send out in the morning and
Then maybe I wait till then.
reasonably find you something. It's this is not the time of night to be out.
No, it is not safe, and there's no shop that you should go to at this point in the night.
No.
Is there a curfew?
It's not a spoken curfew, but you'll just be asking for trouble if you're out at a certain hour of the night. The taverns and inns are now for the occupiers.
Hmm.
The people of Emelis generally do their best to steer clear of them.
Wise.
Well, I suppose if you're going to stay, we shouldn't let a night escape us, unless you need rest, of course.
You know better than that.
Just seeing if you kept your sense of humor about you. Then you might as well tell me about your latest escapades, in case, something should happen again to your memories.
This is
Let's-
wise.
Let's start at the beginning. ...
Yeah.
All right. So you're having a conversation. There's an eagle flying through the city. Two of us have appeared outside of the Arcane Association. And that leaves one more of us.
Yep.
All right.
Speaking of going shopping and looking for patrols.
Yeah. So.
That's perfect. Yep. I'm out on patrol.
Where do we want to pick this up?
Yeah, so are me and my new friend about to step out, or are we going back before that? So these guys know what's going on?
Would you like to know what's going on? Is that more fun?
Or do you guys want to just be surprised by what I'm
I
doing?
want to be surprised. Let's just be surprised.
All right, great. So some stuff happened, and then
and so you step out into the night.
Yep.
And your friend says, essentially, follow me, stay close. And I know what you're looking for, but it's not the time yet. For one, I think you are still looking for maybe a more proper attire as befits your station.
well, what I have is fine, but I would prefer something a little sturdier. Yes.
Then let's move, and you will find it.
Good.
And he, again, he's not moving as quickly as you are.
Yeah, I'll help him
but
along as necessary.
Yeah. I mean, and he's kind of essentially double moving just to keep up with you. I mean, that's kind of what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you double move, then he won't be able to keep up with you. But if you move normally, he'll double move. And, but he, and every time you come to a corner, he stops and he kind of does the peer and check, and then he moves again. And he's essentially going alleyway to alleyway. And when you come to a main drag, a main street,
Mm-hmm.
He definitely gives a 1, a 2, and a 3. And he looks at you and kind of gives that "Are you ready?" type thing. And then you kind of sprint across the street. Yeah. And so you kind of make your way through the city. And you are moving through the South Ward. And you obviously it's not a straight line. It's not, he's obviously heading towards the northern part of the city, but it's not a straight line there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, eventually you get to some of the nicer residences, the inner ward, as you're moving through there. And you cross over New Appy Street and you head down some of those, there's still alleyways, but obviously some nicer buildings. You jump over a fence through a nice yard there, kind of. He leads you around one of the larger buildings. And so you get, to a street you remember, Queensway. And he, pauses, and he kind of looks both ways. And I would say at this point, Rowan, Wigbit, and Grim all make perceptions.
Oh.
And actually, well, okay. All right, that'll do it.
Huh. We completely miss each other.
Yep. But we find the thing we're looking for.
Right. Actually, we're too high for the number you need. Yeah. So yeah, you actually so Wigbit and Grim, as you step out to that hedge, and that hedge opens up. It's essentially like gated hedge opens up. And so you're a little like, okay, so he said there's patrols and to be careful and all that stuff. And you're like, all right, I guess we need to move out. You look over and you see two figures standing like at the corner of a, looking around, doing the same thing you are essentially. And so y'all look that way, just as Rowan, you look that way, and y'all kind of lock eyes on each other, like y'all can see each other through like, one of the slits in the hedge. So you can see Wigbit and Grim, and Grim and Wigbit, you can see Rowan. Let me see if I see anything. I don't think that was
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. So you three see each other, and the two of you, Wigbit and Grim, you see that there is a fourth figure with Rowan that Wigbit you recognize is Erican Vellers, who you only met, huh?
Yeah, my former character knew.
Right, your former character definitely knew. You met him in the street during after a street fight. It felt like a couple days ago, but clearly it was longer than that. But you see that figure with Rowan. Grim, you don't recognize this figure. And now that I'm talking about him, I got a picture of him that I forgot to put up there. So, yeah. But so y'all kind of see each other. And I'm going to get his picture while y'all figure out what to do from there.
Like, wave to Rowan.
And Grim will start walking right to Rowan and his friend.
Wait. There he is. There's Erican. That's my guy.
Or anybody else on the street?
Huh?
Anybody else on the street?
No, for the moment, it's not. Y'all gave it. Yeah, like you were being cautious and waiting. But yeah.
Starts it. I'll follow his lead, and I'll be kind of tiptoeing behind him and looking both ways.
And so Erican looks at you, Ro, and is like, "Come on, now time to move." And like he starts to move out across the street quickly.
Yeah, we got it. We got to bring them with us.
And he stopped and like he comes back to you quickly, and he's looking around, and y'all can see that Erican is favoring like his left leg, I think is what I said. He's favoring one side as he's moving, so he's limping. But he comes back to Rowan and he's like, "What are we?" And then he looks over and says, and he kind of his eyes get a little wide.
Yeah, they're coming with us. Grim, Wigbit, we don't have much time.
Okay.
Come on. All right, Erican, let's go.
Where are we going?
What? Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
You know them?
Yeah. They're with us.
We are with Rowan.
We are.
Grim will clap him on the shoulder.
All right. And when you clap him on the shoulder, he kind of turns around and looks at you, and he gives that look of.
Oh, sorry. Claps Rowan on the shoulder.
Oh, okay. All right. I was about to say. Yeah, okay.
No, I don't know this guy.
Okay. That's what I was like. Oh, okay. But he does look at Wigbit and gives that, like, you look familiar, but I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I'll return it.
Okay. Yeah, kind of do the. Anyway, yeah. They all. But okay.
Well,
And
so we're
he sort
going.
of just shakes it off, and he starts moving across
Yeah.
the street again.
And yeah, and as we go, I'm kind of talking low to these guys. Well, I'm trying to find something better than this first, but then we need to go get Milan and some others out of prison before they get executed.
Milan's in prison?
Yeah, he got caught. Erican got away, but they rounded him up and some others, and they're gonna have a public execution in the morning. But we're not gonna let that happen.
Who? So Milan and who else?
Do we know who else, Erican? Other citizens? People loyal to... Yeah, some other
And
people.
Over and Jack Hoffman.
Jack Hoffman.
and
Oliver Klausoff.
Oliver Klausoff.
Oh, those guys.
I mean, other people who are loyal to... loyal to the realm, and not a king who's given their freedom and safety away to an invading force.
Jailbreak should be easy.
We'll see.
This I can do.
Hopefully.
No, this I can do.
I mean, hopefully it will be easy.
It will be easy.
We might have to make our way through some
do
of
not
Valeus's
worry.
men, which we'll do.
They are not a problem.
Rowan, do you need money?
Well, I don't know exactly what Erican had in mind, but
I grabbed a bunch of money.
well, that might be useful depending on where. I mean, I don't want to steal anything. I was going to leave whatever I could in exchange.
Pretty heavy, so.
Okay. Well, if you have some to spare,
just take this.
Okay.
And I'll do my pouch, and it has what is it, like 1,000
Crazy amount of platinum.
Jeez.
platinum.
How much?
1,500 platinum.
1,500. Why do you have? Wait,
Rose,
killed
you
a tyrant all by
you
himself.
All southward with this. What is this?
I know. Like, what are you doing? Why do you have this much money?
These are the good ones, right?
Yes.
get it?
Yeah, these are
Okay, good.
the best ones. Why do you have so much?
There's a lot more, but I couldn't carry it all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'll have to hear this story at some point.
Got your 1,500 platinum?
Yep. That's
It was weighing me down.
That's a lot of money.
That's more than enough to cover a full plate.
Yep.
10 full plates?
Yeah, 10 full plates.
I don't need that many.
Just need one.
Yeah, I mean, if I had somebody to carry a backup one around, but
Some people have accused Johnny of never giving us that much gold.
I mean, I've been accused of not giving money and magic items. I'm just saying.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you did give us like the Scrooge McDuck tower of money. We just couldn't carry it all. I mean, it was a pit. It was a pit rather than a tower, but it was full of money.
Yeah.
Let's go swimming in it.
Yeah.
Anybody alive could have swum in it.
Yep.
See? I'm just,
Yeah, it's like, look, I give you all the money and stuff you want. I'll just kill you, so you can't have it.
Listen, you didn't clear. You got to be more specific in your demands, okay? Y'all didn't say you had to be alive.
Well, I
You
just
said
spend it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you proceed up through some alleyways and some street. Actually, y'all keep talking. Sorry, I don't know if Roland's saying more about anything. And as I said earlier, like Erican is like double moving just to keep up with y'all moving at normal pace. Like he's clearly struggling. Like he's got a bum. I mean, if he's moving, he looks determined. He's got a physical impairment that he's keeping him from moving quickly right now.
Yep.
When is the execution? Did they say when that was going to happen?
Tomorrow.
Wow.
Where have you seen the Farron or Gus?
No.
No, where did you come at?
So everybody make a perception roll at the time you say, has anybody seen Gus? And Gus, make a perception roll.
As an eagle.
Wow. Grim.
Yeah, we don't see him.
Wow. Grim sees everything.
Grim snatches an eagle out of the sky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't see the eagle, but the eagle doesn't see you. Yeah. So as you say, like if you see in the Farron or Gus, all of a sudden, like Grim would notice it first, kind of looks up, and you see this like a winged shape flying in your direction, and like, I mean, if it was an owl, like a small owl, that makes sense. But it's like the middle of the night, and like this rather large bird that's flying overhead, attracts your attention. And all three of you see it. Attracts your attention. Hold on.
10-foot wingspan.
Yeah, I mean, and even after a moment, like Eric kind of like looks over his shoulder, like what? And like so, he like ducks down like behind like underneath like an eave like a roof.
Grim is summoning his crossbow.
They don't usually,
Hey, he's never seen Gus in wild shape form.
neither have I. They don't usually fly that low over the city. What is going on here?
I will take it down.
Wait, that was
Nice. Yes. Yes. Roll for initiative.
hold on.
What?
Maybe Gus.
He's just what?
No, he's a turtle.
Yes, we met
Gus is a
Gus. He
turtle.
was a turtle.
Not a,
To a bird.
He's a different.
So would I see Wigbit waving his arms?
Yeah, I mean, if Wigwood steps out and he starts waving his arms, yeah.
All right. I go ahead
Yeah.
and I swoop down and I shape change back to Gus, and I bow, and we seem to have found each other. You're two-headed worm. I remembered that you had it, and I was communing with nature in that big tree, and I remembered your worm, and I knew that I could track it down. Your two-headed worm.
I'm really confused.
This is
Slowly
good
just-
magic.
God and yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what else to say.
What else is there to say? That's
I'm glad we found you. Or you found us.
but we need to keep moving.
We also need the Farron.
We do need to find the Farron. I hope he's in the city somewhere.
I flew near the library, but it was very dark. But so is the Farron. So I assume he's in there since it's dark.
Wigbit thought maybe he was there.
Certainly check there after on our way. Yes. We're heading
Okay.
generally that way anyway.
I would say that when we were in the streets, I saw him making eyes at the librarian, but then again, he doesn't have eyes, so I'm not sure what was going on. But there was a connection.
So,
Yeah, they're weird. He has weird eyes.
Yeah,
I don't want to look at them. I don't want to look at them, and I don't want to remember them. So I pretend he doesn't have them.
so as you like, so Wigwit flags Gus down, and y'all have this conversation. Y'all kind of move off to the side. Y'all hear from up the road. Y'all hear like a patrol
Good.
like coming your way, and about that time you hear a halt. Who goes there?
I
And it's
tap
really-
my staff on
it's
the
really
ground
distant.
and pass without a trace. On
Okay.
all of us.
So you said it's distant?
Yeah, I mean it's up the road, like it's beyond even like those with like superior dark vision. Like it's and it's around the corner, but like they've heard some noise, and so they've halt. Who goes there? Is what you hear, and then Pass Without Trace is cast on the party.
That's a cool thing.
That's
I didn't know you.
Yeah, and so my staff, I can cast it at will, but it is concentration. But since I'm not concentrating on anything else, I figure plus 10 to well, I'll just put it in. There we go.
There it is. There you go.
You can do a party?
Well, so it's on you, but it's 30 feet from you, and it's each creature you choose gets a plus 10 to stealth. It can't be tracked except by magical means.
Yeah, Lytrell never did that for anybody. He only did it on himself.
Yeah.
He only ever chose him.
This staff
we're
is
bitter
amazing.
about that 3 years later or anything. It's okay. I just want to point that out.
I didn't. First of all, I didn't read that spell carefully. Second of all, it played out the exact same way.
Yeah, thirdly, I didn't care to read that spell carefully because I knew it worked on me.
It says self.
Right. It says self.
Yeah.
If you were his employees, then he would have done it on you.
That's what you didn't know is that's actually how he picked spells. He went through and looked for the ones that had self.
The self.
Just checked all those boxes.
One action self.
Yeah. Other creature, friendly creature? No.
Really wrong.
Self? Yes.
And Farron, make a perception roll. I mean, I'm asking you to roll dice, so we know how this goes.
Yeah. You don't see anything.
No.
He's been getting better.
It could go either way. Oops.
Wow.
22.
Well, you take the low one of those. That's good. Yeah. So you're talking, and then there's a pause in the conversation, like just a brief pause, and you go to sip your wine, and you hear again, very distantly, "Halt! Who goes there?" And like, you know, you kind of do that, like, "I heard something" type thing, and then Aldithia is drinking her wine, and she stops, and she goes, "What is it? What is it?"
There's a patrol that just shouted out, "Who goes there?"
Shh, quiet. They could be looking for you. Just quiet.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to a window to sort of peek out.
And so from your window perspective, just facing the street, you don't like, you do the whole like facing the window thing, and you can't see like in either direction.
How about through the wall?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then if you go the X-ray eyes thing, yeah, because I forget your eyeballs. What and your range on your dark vision on top of it is 120, right?
Yeah.
So I guess to your left, from where you're looking at the edge of like your range of dark vision, you can see like a soldier standing there with not roll dice yet. He's got he's got a spear. He's got a spear out, and he's standing there like in an aggressive position, like standing there, and like you feel like you're 120 feet from that spearman, and you can't see just beyond that spearman.
Okay. I see there's one of them, but I know that there's more.
And you can probably ascertain he's not the one who actually spoke.
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay. All right. What is everybody else doing as this is happening? So we pass without trace.
I'm trying to get somewhere that I can see them.
Right. As I see the guys kind of spreading around, I mention, stay within 29 feet.
29 feet.
Trev starts counting his paces.
Right.
That is little less than what I can walk in 6 seconds. I will count.
Yeah, give me 1 second real here. I gotta fix a couple things real fast, like I feel like we need a commercial break at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like
I need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
I feel like someone needs to explain to me why Wigbit has a two-headed worm.
Yeah.
He came with it. We don't know.
Yeah.
If you need someone to explain it, you're not going to understand.
I actually rolled that random on his trinket, which is all the more amazing.
That's
Truthfully.
amazing.
Your trinket rolls right. Good.
Triple acorn, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
You had a triple acorn and Duroc won it, I think.
Yeah, I think I just Wigbit's got all kinds of little things he picks up. His retirement plan is actually to set up a curiosity shop in Emelis, I think.
Yeah,
But not to sell, to buy. Like, bring him curiosities and he'll buy them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Come in and he'll have a bag of platinum in the back. Yeah.
I'm gonna take
have a
this time to go to
museum.
the bathroom then. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's just going to be a museum of odd things.
That's right. Yeah, make us a museum of oddities.
Yeah.
He doesn't charge for you to come in.
Nope. All right. So, time for a message from our sponsors. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah, can somebody...
Crunch.
Star Crunch.
Star
Brought to you
Crunch.
by Star Crunch.
Anybody
One per game. Keeps you going.
What does super game get you?
Uppers and downers.
There you go.
So it is dark, but since there is like enough ambient light, I'm not actually going to have the dark thing going on this map. Y'all can there's between the moonlight and a few torches here and there. Now I know Grim may make things dark because that's what he does, and at that point we'll figure all that out as we go. But there's enough, I guess, street light because you're on one of the main thoroughfares that you will be able to see this. So actually, I'll wait for Gus to get back I'll wait for Espo to get back. I'll wait for Gus to get back too. I'll wait for Gus.
I'll just watch the last minute of this basketball game while we wait.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Let's go, boys.
I think they got it.
I actually do too.
No lead is safe.
Looks
How much
pretty
time
good.
is left?
Less than a
We got
minute.
56 seconds.
11 points. Less than a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be all right.
That'd be a challenge.
Yeah. Getting the upset.
That'd be really upsetting.
All right. So who will they? Let's see. Who will they have? I don't know which part of the bracket they're in. Who will they have?
They'll play Florida State.
Florida State won tonight.
I heard it was close though.
On ESPN, it kind of looked funny. I'd not seen that before. It was just what it said.
It said COVID. They COVIDed out.
Look at the score. It was just I don't know.
Who COVIDed out?
3,000 to 0.
Duke.
Yeah, Duke had a player. Yeah, after their game.
Was it a
yesterday.
player?
I thought did they say player? I don't remember actually now what they said.
I didn't know they said somebody in the program.
I was talking to a big Duke fan today, and he said that it was a player who never plays.
Oh man, what if you're the bench warmer who got COVID and cost your team the whole tournament?
That's something that happened in the NCAA. I mean, I guess they're gonna bubble up, so it should be all right. But
yeah,
it would be interesting if that throws off. If that throws off our brackets, I don't know what I'll do.
Oh man, this is the most exciting year to do brackets because at any point, at any point, a team could just go.
One seed
just
lost to COVID.
This is gonna be a crazy year for the brackets. I think.
I saw something about they're gonna have backup teams or something like that.
Are they gonna keep that would be wild.
They're gonna backup teams to Indianapolis or something.
Not once the tournament starts.
More chaos.
Okay. But it's if anybody whatever
drops before the first round, they'll sub in. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But once once the tournament starts and the brackets are filled, they just said if the team forfeits because of COVID, they'll just move the team along the bracket.
So would you have to? When does the NIT start at the same time?
Usually it starts the same week.
Yeah, ESPN says uncontested for Duke versus Florida State.
Uncontested loss. Oh no.
That's almost worse than losing, right?
All I know is Duke was undefeated in the ACC tournament. So
that's true. They did go undefeated.
And
I mean, unless you count COVID as a defeat.
They won their last game.
They did.
You said that about Carolina last year.
I said Carolina played, and they played in the last game before Syracuse beat the crap out of them in the last game they played last year. But they played, and if you play in the last game of the tournament, that means you made the championship game of the tournament, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
that's how it works.
That's
right.
Logic of some kind, yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, so
right.
here we are
in this blackness. We're in a black.
Is it black?
It's an all black screen.
Oh, I see road.
Oh, not for me.
I'm gonna win because y'all are.
It's all black.
Nope. I see everything.
I mean, that makes sense for the Farron and Graham. Everything's fine.
However, I don't see Wigbit's nameplate.
I don't see anything. So
apparently, you still have dynamic lighting on.
Just me.
Just you.
Well, that's weird. Hang on.
Yeah.
But there shouldn't be any dynamic lighting on because we're all like.
Yeah, there's no lights on at all.
No.
Not even dynamic ones.
We're not.
Whoa, Mr. Vellers, settle down. What in the world?
Well, you had to get out there.
Yeah.
He came jumping in,
What?
all head and shoulders.
I can't see any of this happening. It's so sad.
I don't know what's going on.
Wait, so who can't? All right, hang on.
I see.
Wigbit, Wigbit is dark. You're right. Yeah. Rowan is dark. Yep. Yep. Grim can see everything. Even Gus can see everything. This is weird.
Yeah, this is unusual for Gus. Gus is like, whoa. Being alive is great. I can see everything.
Oh, I bet I know why. It might be because Josh keeps changing tokens on me.
Well, man.
I don't want, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're the one. Like
5 minutes.
Just because your ring didn't make me come back with plate armor on. That's why we're in this mess. You could have given that ring the power to give me plate armor. And
that's Wigbit. Yeah, come on, Wigbit. All right. So I'm gonna turn this on, even though it won't matter. But are you 60 feet?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
Hey, whoa, a street.
Now, can you see the whole thing, or is it just?
I see like there's a street. There's like a shadowy looking body up there somewhere. Oh, here we are.
But you have darkness as well as light, right?
Let me
see.
Zoom
You can't
out.
see the whole map.
No, I see the whole map.
Oh, okay. There you go. We're good.
Dynamic lighting's turned off for him.
Yeah. Wait, you still can't see anything?
No.
No, you can't. You're black.
Also, can you guys see Wigbit's nameplate? Because I can't.
Nope.
I cannot.
No.
Wigbit is
He's Wigbit. He doesn't need it.
That's right.
Everybody knows Wigbit.
Yeah.
The Vanishing a Wigbit tale.
I expected the guy that popped out of the when I popped out of the gate, I thought he would know me. You know me.
Did you feel insulted?
This is my story. You don't know me?
Not really.
Me?
I'm not used to people knowing me.
Yeah.
Can we see Wigbit's name now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wigbit can see now.
He has a name. Yeah. He can see.
Neat. All right. Well, now that we've got all that straightened out. All right. So yes, so you can see down at the at far end of the road here, there is a this fella in the front here.
Yeah.
It seems to be the one who, because you sort of rounded this bend down here, and this fella down here, and they stopped. This is clear. This is where they stopped when they heard things. He's the one that called out to you. You can see that there are there's 2 spearmen behind him. And then there's a third spearman over here. And Farron, from where you are, this is where he is. And Farron, I didn't add.
Where?
I was a bad
Is
map.
that where I am?
You're actually 15 feet further left of that because,
Great.
You guys can see across the world, so it's really hard to, make maps that big. But yeah, so this is the spearman you can see. And then there are 3 individuals with crude axes, and they look, they're wearing hides, and Wigbit and Farron, when you get there, actually, and Gus too. Do you remember there were some of these look like lost? You identified them as Lost Eagle tribesmen who were with that army, and so they kind of fit that bill. There's another figure up here in, I think it's Splint Mail. I'll double check that in a minute. So this fellow in the front and this fellow here, both are wearing a little more heavily armored. There is a Robley sort here in the back.
Purple Emelis.
Purple. It's a different token.
Looks pretty much like Emelis.
It's not the same.
It's Emelis, guys. It's Emelis.
But he turned purple.
Gosh.
I yell out, "Hey, Emelis!"
That's why you change your token as you change your clothing.
And then there's another one of these look like a Lost Eagle guys here. It looks a little different than the other 3. And then there is a half-elven woman. Is the best way I'll describe her right now. Not dressed like any of these other folks.
Is that the half-elfen woman? Just looks really weird to me.
Like a blob, like a scribbly
Like a blob.
blob.
Like a green blob.
Just scribbly blob.
I searched for half elves in Roll20, and that actually came up. So
All right,
It was
done. Sold.
Johnny's first time painting a mini.
Scribbly blob.
It was,
listen, if I painted a mini, you would not be able to recognize it.
he
as
used a paint
blob,
marker.
right?
He just used a paint marker and scribbled green.
I would be thrilled to have something look like that if I painted it. So yeah. So they call out, and then as y'all round this corner, which doesn't really look like a corner, but it was a corner. They see you down at the end, and they he calls out to you again, like, "Who goes there?"
Rowan of the South Ward.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, those guys are fucked now.
Yeah.
You know that you're wanted?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Well, and Grem's gonna start striding forward if we're talking.
So, are we talking?
I mean, Rowan said something.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they asked who goes there, so I answered.
Right.
I mean, my plan is to just kill
That's a
them all.
conversation.
They're in our
And
way.
Eric says, "No, Rowan, this is what we wanted to avoid. This is what we wanted to avoid."
I think it's too late.
All right, before Grem steps up, I hear him start to talk, and I place my hand on his shoulder and I cast guidance. So he gets to add a D4 to any of his next ability check.
To Rowan?
No, to you, Grem, because you started walking forward, and I kind of put my hand on your shoulder before you went, and I said, I shall guide you, or I say, Sylvanas guide you.
The Raven Queen protect you. And he walks forward.
And also with you.
And I guess from this distance, everybody make a perception roll. Everybody but Farron, because Farron, you wouldn't be able to hear this, but everybody make a perception roll.
Jeez.
I don't even know why I have you guys roll anymore.
I mean, your passive is 22. I don't know if you just want to take my passive for
I mean, I really should just be like, you make it. Yeah. So y'all can hear, when he says Rowan of the South Ward, you hear some whispers among the group, like, Rowan of the South Ward.
Oh man, we're in trouble.
You also hear, so the Rowands of the Southward you hear are the varying of Rowan of the Southward. Wait, Rowan of the Southward is dead. Wait, he's wanted. And then you also hear Rowan of the Southward. So like, there's a range of Rowan of the Southwards going on here.
I like this response.
Much better than Alar, right?
Yeah.
Who are you again?
Southward.
And so when you say that, and there's that little, like, he says, "Come forward and reveal yourself." Oh,
What's this? Oh boy,
I don't know.
I don't know either. What is it? Oh, yeah, what's my name? Yeah, that's me. What's my name? Rowan of the Southward. I'll have to write that.
No.
I gotta write that song.
You gonna rap?
Apparently, yeah, I gotta write the lyrics, but next time I'll have it. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't play.
No, you cannot keep up.
I can't keep playing this because we'll get busted for copyright. Yeah. I think Grandma's Hercules Mulligan.
Yeah, it actually fits.
Yeah.
Erican.
Although when you knock the Farron down, he gets the fuck back up again.
Yeah, quite true.
Erican.
Yeah.
So you think we can avoid them and not have them just chase us all over the city and hound us as we try to do what we're doing?
I don't know. When I mentioned like we're gonna do this, I actually meant more from a strategic position in the middle of the road.
Yeah, but I don't think this patrol is gonna let us be. And if we leave them, aren't they just going to rouse every other patrol in the city and have them sweeping the whole city for us?
Well, now that you've identified yourself, yes.
Right. So we have to eliminate this patrol.
I mean, we better make it fast because there'll probably be more coming as soon as they raise the alarm.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
The only reason they haven't raised the alarm yet is because they don't believe you.
Yeah,
You're dead.
They're gonna find out, and we'll stop them before they raise the alarm.
He says by Tyr's hand. He says by Tyr's hand, helm protect us.
He's got a lot of praying going on here.
All right. Well, we just doing this, or
yes?
Like, it looks like Grem's already done.
I mean, I'm trying to take it slow based on their conversation, and
at some point.
Yeah. So as you are talking,
Graham is going. I'm
well,
following
Graham
him.
is just striding forward. Casually, he's not like charging. He's just striding forward, waiting until I guess everybody's kind of close enough to see one another properly.
and they start fanning out a little bit.
Stay close. Not like 29 feet either. I'm talking about like actually close.
And
When we get up there, give me a moment.
I don't think we need stealth anymore, gentlemen.
I like the pass of that trace though. It's good.
Oh, it's that. So I can do it at will, like with that staff, and no charges,
super
nothing. Cool. Yeah, it's amazing.
So while this is happening, we'll freeze here for a second. Go to the Farron. Farron, what are you doing? You can see that one. You can see that one spearman, and that spearman has he's gone from like I'm ready to like he crouches down in the I'm really ready to stab somebody position. Like he's.
Well, in question, I mean, we were pretty far away from them. How loud did Rowan have to say, "I'm Rowan of the Southward," for them to properly like to hear him?
Like, did he say it in like a Beowulf voice?
I am Rowan.
I I answered just loud enough for them to hear me, like same volume they were.
The whole city, all the windows open. Everybody's like looking out the windows.
Yeah. All these windows come up. Rowan and the
They all yell out, "Shut it!" Trying to sleep.
I mean, so I guess, Farron, I'll give you a perception because it's the same type of thing. Like, it's an echo, and your perception's good. So as long as you don't roll dice, you should get it.
And Wigbit, hey,
look at that!
Look at that! He did.
2 for 2.
Dice.
He did.
Yes, you hear the rolling of the southward echo down the streets.
Wigbit, Graham, and Gus, by the way, you feel very brave right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Always. But yes, especially
right now, you feel brave, extra brave, like more brave than usual.
Rowan always made me feel that way. That's not,
Yeah, but now this is a different. This is a more. It's even...
same feeling.
Okay.
Sorry, Josh.
Like brave, like I'm just gonna start running at them, like screaming and yelling.
Brave, like you're just not like nothing's gonna scare you away. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing is gonna make you turn
Nothing's
and
gonna
run.
get me down.
Nope. Right.
So Farron, you hear that rolling of the southward.
All right. Odithia, they're here. Rowan and the others are here.
Oh. This is they're here?
They're here. And they're in trouble. And he grabs his desk. You might want to get someplace safe because this is. And he walks toward the front door.
Be safe, my friend.
I'll do my best. And as he gets to the door, then bees start to crawl out of his skin.
These guys are so unfortunate.
And a flame still appears on his arm.
Oh my god.
This poor librarian, if you've known probably more than longer than anybody in Emelis, she's like, be safe, my friend. You're like, oh, don't, I'll be fine. And then bees and this cold arm just starts pouring out of you. She's looking at you like, oh, okay,
I will
all right.
Be safe.
And you don't see it, but we get this cut scene as Farron walks out the door. She goes over to that wine bottle she had, Farron, and she just takes the whole bottle.
just drains it.
Takes it down.
Yep. Oh my.
They're not responding they're clearly waiting for you to get a little closer.
Okay.
Because again, y'all are still sort of at the distance where they can make out who you are, but they can't necessarily make out all your features and everything like that.
Oh yeah, we need to get closer then.
Right. So that's kind of the standoff in the street. They are clearly ready. They are ready. They're not, but they are. But they're not. Yeah.
We're ready. That's for certain.
We're ready.
So this, we're not really in rounds yet, but this round, I'm assuming you're progressing forward again.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And Erican is trying to keep up. He's like,
I'm only moving 30 at a time, unless we're moving faster.
Speeding up.
Graham was just walking. He was not.
Oh, I'm running.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. I guess I'll run ahead.
I guess
we're going airport.
Oh, we're running now. So we're running towards you guys.
Yep.
Well, apparently.
We have to do this. Erican said we got to do it fast.
All right. So the moment we will roll initiative, y'all start running because that's, a little more hostile, I would say. But I will say, Aaron, they don't really know you're over there. So
no, they don't.
This would be a quote unquote surprise round for you if you're with, I know you're within range because you're a warlock.
He's always in range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and just imagine, this is street that continues here. I should have put another street tile there.
I've also cast Shillelagh on my staff.
All right.
Perfect.
None of these spells that I've cast have concentration.
That is nice.
Oh, I tried to do that. No, it didn't work. It did work. There, now we have more room.
Whoa. That was like Dark City.
I'd say, did you vanish?
No, I'm still on top.
There we go. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So, is that what you did this round with Shillelagh, or was that last round?
No, that was last round.
All right. Are you gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk to here.
Okay.
I just look like a beggar in rags, though.
That is a fact.
Okay.
Unless they're really looking, I look like a beggar in rags hiding behind a statue.
All right. That's what you've done?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say we probably should roll initiative at this point because y'all are running towards the guys who told you to identify yourself.
And I already identified myself.
Well, but you didn't really like reveal yourself.
I mean,
Did you stutter?
I identified myself. Oh shoot! I didn't do my token.
Me neither.
Me neither.
You know,
Oops. You'd think you would. Yeah, that has been a while.
All the fighting.
Oh, that's way better. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Too bad.
Yep.
That's okay. I want them to go first
Change
anyway.
that to a 10.
Yep.
It's practically the same. Like they're both 2-digit numbers, which is one digit more than I got.
Look, I don't care. The thing is, I don't care who goes first. If they go first, that's fine. Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. We'll find out what happens.
All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna roll this.
Everybody's on 10.
Oh, look at that.
And already at 10, apparently.
Except Wigbit.
I think what I would do here, just to make life easy, is I'll go soldiers as a group. Even though there's different types of soldiers, but they'll all go as a group.
Two of them have. We got like. Some of these guys have names even. Ben and Bowie.
For long.
Oh, you can see their names? Cool.
I can see Ben and Bowie.
Yeah.
I didn't get. I need to reveal all their names. Yeah, I gave
Billy
them all.
Brothers.
No, I like names. I like
Yep.
names.
Ben, Bowie,
Then
Uella.
we'll go leaders. They're gonna get their own separate initiative, you know.
Leaders.
Yeah, and who, by the way, was doing the calling out? Was it Emelis in the back?
This guy.
Oh, the guy in front.
Is not in the back.
Purple-
Well, we don't have a
Emelis.
name for him. We got to call him something.
Purple
I mean-
Emelis.
Dark Emelis. We can call him Dark.
Yep.
I'll never be able to. And then let's see. Let me do one more here. You know what? I'm gonna give. Oh, I can't actually read what that says yet. We're gonna. I think it's the creek. The creek.
The creek? What? The creek. The creek?
Listen,
What?
what came up on the thing? All right.
The creek.
You've taunted the creek and having a poor initiative.
The creek. All right.
Was that? Yeah, that was a spell right.
The creek.
Yeah, literally Creek. Yep, that was Creek. Yep.
All right.
All right, Creek.
Which one is?
Don't you forget.
Which one's Creek? I have to
You'll
know.
find
I have
out.
to, okay. I feel like I need to know who Creek is in this collection. I'm going after Creek.
Poor Creek.
You're up to Creek.
You're up to certain Creek. Yeah. So I guess Wigbit, you are our destiny, and you get to go first.
Yeah, knowing Wigbit's trying to keep himself from taking off and raging. He knows Graham had something he wanted to do, so he's holding.
Well, we're kind of running now, so I think
What's
that's
the
gonna fall
feeling
through.
about not raging?
He's holding off his rage for now because I thought Graham was going to do something, so he's doing that for now.
Graham was when we were walking.
What did you say?
You remember the beholder fight?
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, wait, you're holding back rage?
No, I'm not holding. I'm holding my turn.
He's just holding.
He just wants to go on 10 with the rest of us.
Right, but he's not.
I'm gonna go on 9 probably.
He's not standing in the middle of 3 zombies and not raging.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is different.
We're making good choices.
Yep.
That's positive progress.
Zombies, they're not worth a rage.
Oh, apparently.
And we all died.
Well,
Not all of us.
The
Big Bit never died.
That's worthy of a rage. 3 zombies? Come on, that's.
Oh, Johnny, we can't hear you.
You're right. You can't. There we go.
No, yeah, now we can.
On 17, the guy in front, he
Oh, I take that back. I do show up. There is dim blue light radiating off of me. For 20.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you don't look like a beggar with. Yeah.
No, I
A glowing beggar.
Well, don't worry about the glowing beggar.
Why
He's
is
fine.
that beggar glowing? That's...
In which case, I will not be behind the statue. I'll be here, and I'll be holding the staff up in front of me.
Do you guys see the homeless man back there?
The glowing
He's
one?
glowing.
We need to protect him.
Don't let him get hurt.
Yeah, right. Protect the homeless man. Yeah. The guy in front, y'all started running. And so he's got a short sword out that he's kind of been like doing the whole leader thing. And so he I guess he's gonna hold his action. So he's waiting. But he's, he just stands there and he starts generally barking out orders, but otherwise you can tell he's holding. At the same time, this fellow in the back here, there we go, nice. This fellow in the back here says, "Mihal, there's one over here, and he's glowing." and so, at that point, they start to maneuver, but they're not moving, and they're kind of holding right now until things happen. So unless Wigbit or those two take an action before 10, all hell is about to break loose on 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
It happened until 4.
All right. So 10.
So Johnny, did you put those guys in a line for a reason?
Well, I mean, it's a standard formation, these things occur.
I feel like Gus wants to go first.
They don't want any of us to break through.
All
right, I'm gonna go ahead, if you guys don't mind. I'm gonna take out that line. So I'm gonna step forward.
Cool. That's me. We'll simplify everything.
I'm gonna destroy this entire line.
I will step up.
Okay.
And I will cast Wall of Thorns with my staff. So I will use 6 charges.
Your staff breaks.
And
That's a big number.
It goes 60 feet across.
Wow.
So we got, let me see. So that would be
Well, this is
You got that whole line.
so they have to make and they should, I think it's 55 feet. So everybody in that line, what's there, 6 guys?
Yep.
Okay, so they make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
On a failed save, they take I guess what would be 50 damage. On a successful save, they take half.
That's
Right.
worse than a wall of flame.
But it's a roll though. It's unless in the PHP it says 78. Did they change it?
Did I not roll 78?
Yeah, it rolled it.
Oh! I didn't realize you had. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Are they in a line because they're gonna die?
That's a big number.
Mhm.
All right.
Do you remember killing us all last game?
No. I know what you said. I didn't kill it. Y'all are all here. How did I kill you?
Gus did not take kindly to that.
Oh, I'm back.
I don't remember what you're talking about. So what am I making? A deck save?
Deck save.
This new Gus is. Whew. Look at this guy.
Not messing around.
All right.
Oh.
I'm looking for a 15.
And my goal is to keep you guys alive. And if I have to kill people to do it.
That's a good.
All right.
The best defense.
The best defense is killing everyone.
Yes.
This is Esteban the Spearman.
Oh, sorry, Esteban.
He's got to roll. Here we go. He's got a +1 to his deck save.
Esteban.
Here we go.
Oh,
6.
Did not.
So he takes 50. That is more than he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. This is great.
I'm giving these guys their names before they die.
Grandma's like, let me step aside, Gus. I think you got something to do.
Is that guy's name Grimmel? Grimmelt.
Grimmelt.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, Grimmel.
Oh.
Tough guy.
Grimmel is a tough guy. Grimmel. I know a Grimmel.
They're not Grimmelt.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
So I take half. I take 25. Is that the number?
Yeah, 25.
I mean, that's still a good chunk. Yeah. So he saved, and he's not looking great, but he's alive for the moment. Is there anything else happen, or is it just the wall is there?
So the wall stays. It's concentration, so it stays for up to 10 minutes. Let me see. The wall appears. Each creature within its area must make the save, and then a creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot the creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. Blah, blah, blah. And when it moves through the wall, it must make a dexterity saving throw or take 7d8 slashing damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
So they just get that again if they go through it.
Right.
Go around.
Well, that means they want to come toward me then.
But it does block line of sight, though. That's the only bad thing.
Oh, neat. Amir, the spear woman.
Dead.
Well,
She's dead.
oh,
Okay. Ben. Here's Ben.
Ben.
Oh, Ben.
That's 125 so far.
Yeah, so Johnny, it's the first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, that's when they have to make the saving throw.
Okay.
And the wall counts as 20 feet of movement?
See if we can't hear you.
Correct.
25 feet of movement?
Yeah.
That's 175 so far. Arnor.
Dude, I'm taking out the whole row. They're all gone.
Oh, that was close, Arnor.
Arnor.
You really wanted
Arnie Camp.
Arnie.
Arnie Camp.
Ball.
Your name is longer or shorter than mine.
Oh, ball went down hard.
That's actually the point that it originated. So it just dropped on him.
No, we
and
can't.
Disintegrated him.
Yeah, it just ripped him apart.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I mean, that seemed effective.
Yeah.
As a start. Yeah, first round. Cool.
I don't know, Sue, if we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go. You're good.
Whoa.
Yeah. Loud and clear.
So yeah, sorry. Very sad news. What I was trying to say is the slashing damage wouldn't happen yet. Because the slashing damage is the first time they enter. Like it's being cast on them, so they're dealing with the piercing. If they end their turn there, or if they were to re-enter, then they would take the slashing, right?
Right, they don't take damage from moving because of
So yeah, Johnny. Yeah, Soof makes a good point. So when it rolled them together. So
okay.
Yeah, so that's why it's so
thought you
high.
rolled 50 out of 56 total damage. I was like, that's a really good roll. Like I thought your 78 was. I didn't realize it was double that.
Hold on. Yeah, Soup's right.
So they're just taking the piercing.
It's just the piercing. So it's the piercing when it's cast on you.
Yeah.
And that's the slashing when you try to move through or end your turn there.
There we go. Yep.
All right, I thought that was
that makes me feel better because that wall of thorns was nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Wall of Thorns is still nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good spell.
What
I mean,
level
it-
spell is
yeah,
that?
it-
So yeah, that
Six,
makes
I
more
think.
sense then, Johnny.
Hmm?
So we got second guy takes 11,
11, yeah. This guy.
5, 12.
and everyone else takes 23.
That's still huge.
Yep.
And they're inside a wall of thorns,
In
which
the
is
wall, right?
Right.
Yes.
bad news bears.
So when they start their turn, that's when they'll take the 27 unless they make the dex save.
Right, so they get one more save to get out of it, is what we're going with. Like that's how the spell
When they
reads.
move out of it.
Yeah, but they'll start their turn in it, which means they'll, they're still going to take damage again. So it'll be almost 50 damage if they.
Well, it's
So-
if they I thought it was if they move or end their turn there, not start.
Start or end.
Oh, start or that's unfortunate.
Let me see.
I don't think it hits them twice unless they fail.
No, it's the first time they enter the wall or end their turn there.
So if
So they have
leave,
a chance to escape.
So if they leave on their turn, they're good. It's just difficult terrain to leave.
Oh, it is end. So creature enters the wall on a turn or ends their turn there. So that means if they leave it, they'll be okay.
Right.
Okay. All right.
But if they go back in after they've left, that's
I don't.
just a terrible
well,
idea.
I bet they won't do that.
They've
That's bad
earned
choices.
that.
Like, let me
They're
fight my
making-
way back into this
They're
wall.
making bad choices.
Although once we get up there, they
Making
might want
bad
to.
choices.
They're probably going to want to go through the wall and just
Except
you know,
for
not have to-
this guy right here,
Armor.
Arnor, because
Ar-
I mean
Arnor.
he did kill a Fingarian dinner party at the age of 7 and killed the hesitant Cyclops and rebuilt the bridges of Gratax and lots of other things.
but he never has had to face Rowan of the Southward.
No, that's true.
That is true. Yeah.
And my
He is the greatest swordsman in Foon.
and my name sounds nothing like his, so I don't think he'll be mad at me.
By the way, everyone is still looking out the windows and like cheering on Rowan.
Oh
That
yeah,
worked.
we can't see
Yeah.
through the wall anymore. Oh boy.
Nope.
It does block line of sight.
Yep,
That's
Yeah.
great.
sure does.
That's a
Well,
good.
I put it there.
I feel bad for the one guy that's left out front.
Yeah.
The
only,
leader.
Yeah. The only
Chuck!
problem is
He is not the leader. He's not.
He
the
doesn't
leader.
know. He's looking at us,
Yeah.
and we're all like, "Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Look behind you, buddy.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
behind you.
yeah. Rowan or
Oh, he
yeah.
turns around. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Farron's got to make sure nobody goes running for help behind that wall, because we don't know.
Get him, Farron.
That's your. You got to take care of that.
Yeah, all the rest of those are yours.
All right. So that happened on 10 for Gus, and then Gus, were you going to move or do anything else?
So I moved up 15 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and make the rest of my movement.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead up to there.
I got to roll
And
Eric.
let me see.
I mean, he's not going to make it
No.
by the time this
Yeah.
this fight's going to be over by the time. He
So
gets close
when
enough.
I move up there, I say, guys, the hobo is the Farron. The Farron is the hobo. And he's glowing.
Good. So he made it.
I assume. I don't know why he's dressed like a hobo.
That's how I was dressed when you last saw me.
yeah,
Oh, okay. There we go.
Because we came back.
Guys, he's still dressed like a hobo.
He's got a blanket wrapped around him now.
Is he holding one hand as he walks out?
He has my grandmother's quilt wrapped around him. I don't understand.
So Rowan and Grim.
I moved.
Okay.
is there any darkness on this street? Like, are there any dark corners, dark spots, or is it all lit?
So
Funny.
no, it's not all lit. Like I said, there's enough light, but there are plenty of dark spots.
Did you
And I'm
you
not
point to
necessarily going to get into like,
Okay. like is there one
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
do you like that spot?
All these little AOs.
That's the dark
If
spot.
you like that spot, it's dark.
That's the
what
dark
we're
one.
gonna go with.
Says
We
30.
found a dark overhang. There you
Bonus
go.
action. I'll move 10 more. So now that I'm in darkness, I'll go ahead and take a shot at this guy.
You
You
don't
can
feel
still hit full before I can.
you don't feel brave anymore.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I'm in the darkness.
You don't need
I
it,
feel
Gus.
fine. Do I hit him?
Yeah. He is wearing splinter.
Hit him with a sneak attack. And then
Whoa.
go ahead, throw an
21
extra
damage?
4 onto him, or 2 onto him, as
Whoa.
using the favored foe, Tasha's alternate. So yeah, that'll be 23 magic piercing damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, actually, I gotta look at something real quick.
Bolt of darkness streaks out of the darkness, and
Can we cannot see the guys in the hedge, can we?
you cannot. 'Cause I
Okay.
believe it.
Not currently.
You see
'Cause they're
one
in it.
foot clipping through.
Yeah, there's like a finger sticking out here and there.
That's fine.
Yeah, I
Gonna
mean
walk
they're
out.
in the hedge, so it's yeah.
And then he'll come back out of the darkness and continue up the street, finishing his movement. So he just steps in the shadow, looses a bolt from the darkness, and then continues forward.
This guy.
All right. And Rowan, you moved.
I moved. Yep.
Okay. So Iwella does not really trust the glowing blue hobo guy over here.
Not a hobo.
He's now a homeless man. Before he was an undead being, now he's a homeless guy.
And since he can't see anything, there's a wall of thorns in the way.
There is.
So she will, doesn't really know you, so I think we will start with make a save of some kind. Hang on. I gotta look up spell. She's casting.
Rude.
She is casting, of course. It is a.
Whoa. She
Wisdom.
casts Ancient Elk. Ancient Elk sound.
She's really good. She casts, make a wisdom saving throw.
No, come on. We just did this. We don't need to fight him again.
14?
Mhm.
The actually, you made the save. That's the number.
Huh.
So she just holds her hand up at you and says, essentially says halt. And for a very brief moment, you think about it. And then she decides to actually move closer to you.
Oh, she wanted to halt you.
Rude.
That's pretty rude.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like she didn't need. I don't need to move anymore.
Yeah. So that's what happened there. Wiggly, are you still holding through all this?
I mean, yeah, I probably would have gone after I saw Graham, but yeah, I probably would have gone then.
You're gonna go after, like on 9?
Yeah, that's probably when once Graham did his big intro.
I didn't mean to do that.
That was expected.
Whoops.
Just a random. Like, oh, whoa. Whoops.
All right, random attack.
Yep.
I didn't mean to throw that Eldritch Blast at you.
What happens in a city? It's under occupation. Just random shots in the
Yep.
night.
Sometimes it slips out.
A drive-by Eldritch Blast.
All right, Wigwit. It is 9. So
Yeah, I mean, I'll take off running with Rowan.
all right.
I'm gonna go there, I think.
You feel
You
brave
feel-
again.
Brave again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do I still feel brave if I go here?
Nope.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I'll stay brave.
You like stick a foot out. You're like, nope, I don't feel brave out there.
I'd like to be brave.
Whatever I noticed, but I'll get within that distance. I like that feeling.
It's a good feeling.
All right. Well, Jakreek.
Yeah, I'm ready for I want to see what Jakreek does.
But we can't.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish I could. You couldn't have waited till after Jakreek, Gus.
The Baron can see. Baron's gonna know.
Baron,
don't wanna
tell us
see
what
Jakreek.
Jakreek does. I want to know what Jakreek is doing. Give us the play-by-play on Jakreek.
What's purple Emelis doing?
Maybe that is Jakreek.
Oh, true. Could be.
You don't know.
Could be.
So you hear, actually, Farron, you hear Jakreek. He moves here,
She.
and and you hear her put her hand on Gruff. I don't know if you can see Gruff's name, but his name is Gruff.
Jakreek doesn't have a nameplate. There, Gruff does now. Jakreek still doesn't.
Oh, I didn't want to do the big reveal until it was
Gruff
time to do the
McGruff.
big reveal. There you go. So Jakreek, the half elf, puts her hand on Gruff's shoulder and says, take out. I mean, she says it loud enough for you to hear, but she says, let's focus on the one with the staff.
Oh, snap.
And then after she says that, she moves very fast.
They've made me, guys. Let's go.
Well, which one with the staff?
Yeah, there's kind of two. She
Yeah,
needs to be
The
more
only,
specific.
the only one we can see.
Oh, that's
Yep.
true.
Oh, that's true. They can't see me.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
We're good.
Baron, however,
It's fine. I haven't died recently.
That's true.
there are things worse than death.
Also true.
So she moves behind ye old bush. And then she's going to roll a thing. Oh,
Jakreek, not so good.
She fell in the bush.
she appeared to be trying to be hiding, but is your passive perception greater than 8, Farron? You can see her.
It is.
Yeah. So she's not doing it very well. So she tried to hide. She didn't do it very well. And so then after she moved, she did that. No. None of that is applying right now. So she'll move again. Yeah. So she does a lot of moving, trying to hide, and then she moves up behind you, and then she is obviously you can see her. Moved. She tried to hide. Yeah. So that's where she is. And actually, she had enough move that she can move. So she moves behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's got a short sword out. But that's what she does for the moment.
Mm.
Yeah, she's probably. Although you have this horrible aura around you, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not horrible.
She didn't
Bees,
know
you're
it
good.
until she got close, though.
Does it affect her immediately when she moves into it, or is it on her, or is it on the start of her turn, or when does
Start
it?
of turn.
Okay, then yeah, she's like, it feels kind of funny over here. We need to kill this guy.
He's just
that's
covered in bees.
right.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of bees.
Not real normal behavior, I would say.
I mean, she doesn't know him that well.
Nope.
They're all about
Who does?
judge. All right. But yeah, so Farron, it is your turn.
All right.
And Gruff has turned your way. There.
All right. The Farron will turn toward her. Actually, he'll go right here. And attack.
With your shillelagh?
With my shillelagh.
What? All right, shillelagh me.
19?
Whoa.
19 is a hit. Yep, 19's hit.
Look at that.
So there's 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. She will use her reaction to only take half of that.
Rude.
I mean, you still hit her. You just didn't quite connect straight with her.
Did it seem like my staff did anything when I hit her? Except bludgeon her?
No, it hit her. It bludgeoned her. It hit her. Felt good. First time you used it in such a capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all for you?
Yes, if you choose to fight me, then in fall, I will claim your soul.
I'm a good guy.
She's been warned.
Just laying it out there.
I love how all of Mike's characters have some kind of battle cry. Durag, Prince Alishu, and now Farron. Farron's a little different, but yeah.
I was gonna say that's not much of a battle cry.
That's super creepy.
I mean, I'd say it's probably the scariest one of them all, though.
I mean, if she'd be willing to have an intimidation check, then I get advantage on those right now.
Let's see. So my soldiers. So let me make sure I read this right. If they try to move out of this thing, they gotta make a save.
No, it's if
No, they can
enter it
move
or
out.
end their turn.
Okay, so they can move out of it. They just don't want to move into it. All right.
Right. I mean, do they want to move out of it?
I mean, they don't want to be in it.
Seems like the best place to die.
They think they want to move out of it.
I mean,
are they leaving?
That's what they think.
I would understand if they just left.
They go out the back. And just,
Yeah.
They
Bye.
just disappear.
they are soldiers, and y'all are just magic people.
Right.
That's
and look,
all
they
we
have
are.
us so outnumbered.
Do you serve Shar or the true Lord Franzer Blue?
I'm a good guy.
Oh my God.
Come over here, bro.
Then Arnor.
So it's like 12 feet of movement just for them to move out of the wall, by the way.
Yeah, because they lose 5 feet.
4 feet.
Because
I
it's
thought it was move through. Is it to move out of?
oh well,
I thought it was
difficult
So
terrain
it
is
says
enter.
it says
Yeah, so if
it
you're
says
moving-
for every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. I'm assuming they're moving at least 2 feet through the wall, right?
I don't know.
I guess I could give you like.
So it may be 8 feet of movement inside the wall because they have to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean there has to be, they
Yeah, that 1 foot thing is.
Yeah,
it's
Okay.
weird, right?
yeah, it's weird that they're 4 feet that they chose
I'll give
4.
them,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give them
Let me guess that
the.
every 1 foot counts as 5.
I'll give them the essentially the 10 feet inside, and so then they got 20 more feet of movement to get out, or
Yeah.
20 more feet once they're out.
There you go.
Let me back.
It is weird though. For every 1 foot they have to spend 4 feet of movement.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that
so-
makes
so
what Mike said makes sense
Yeah,
then.
it's
Yeah.
difficult terrain, basically. I mean, you're-
Well, it's
right,
way-
or
Double.
It,
It's
it
double
would be
difficult.
double difficult.
yeah,
Double.
they're
Yeah.
spending 5 feet per
1
like
foot.
every time they move
So
a foot. They're
it's a
spending
20,
5 feet.
It's a
Of
20
movement.
foot square. instead of a
Essentially,
10
yeah.
foot.
It's a 20-foot square. They were already in it, so they lost like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. We do know how to do this a little better, so let's do this.
Yeah. Keep the formation.
Actually, you know what?
That works well.
Or they make a new
We know.
formation.
We know how to do this.
The
Ooh.
Vern's gonna cast a line of fire and burn them all.
He might have his hands full up there for a little bit.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people behind that wall.
Can't really do that.
and they only have access to one.
He's fighting a green blob.
Yep.
All right. So that's the end of that round. Yeah, no, I mean they've moved up there. Otherwise, their spears are out.
Yep.
And they're like the one in the back, the turtle. That's what they're.
Nothing to see here.
Come and claim him.
Form up. Come and claim him. All right. So I think this guy probably needs to move at some point, but he's not going to move through that wall because that seems like a bad idea. So I guess we're gonna...
Go through it. It's fun. Dive right in.
Face first.
That's right.
Yep, you'll definitely get through it, and you won't take any damage.
The best way. Face first.
So we will pull up the old heavy crossbow here and shoot this fellow that whacked this soldier of the guard here for no reason. See, probably gonna miss. Oh, the Farron isn't wearing any clothing.
No.
Does 13 hit Farron?
Yeah.
I bet it does.
So a heavy crossbow bolt has hit you for 4 damage.
Okay.
And after Keenan the veteran shoots you,
So rude.
he says, drop your staff and surrender.
Really?
I mean,
Oh, right. No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand where he's coming from. It's just no less funny.
I think they're trying to get the Farron to surrender.
I will protect the Farron.
All
I trust
right.
you who can handle this.
Yes.
Mihal's not
Certainly.
going to.
We got this.
Let me split them up. The Mihal holds. That takes us to 13, where Erican will move up again, but otherwise, that's all he does.
Almost there.
You'll make it, Erican.
There we go. So he went on 17, and Mihal is still holding until somebody gets up here and I can kill them.
Yeah, okay.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Nice.
Find out.
I'm coming, guys.
Yeah.
All right. So 10. Party of 10.
Did Uella go?
She's about to.
Oh, she's on 10.
She's on 10. Yeah.
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah. Not evil Ephelis. Uella is her name. It looks like we kind of got 2 spheres going on here. So I guess we'll... Roland, you want to go first?
Yeah, so I moved up there. I'm going to do... anything else? Wait a minute. Oh, I have like spells and junk. Hang on.
Wait, I'm a paladin.
Yes. Do I want to do any of these?
I'll be back in just a sec.
I only have 2 of that slot. That's not a lot. Oh, that's cool. I could do that, but that doesn't seem nice. Like, look, I don't need to spend spell slots on these fools. I'm just gonna move right there.
Murder them.
Yep.
Just murder.
They'll come at me.
Was that just a normal move?
Yep.
Did you
I just did a single move, and I don't think I'm gonna do anything else.
Dodge.
Oh, what's that? Is that a thing?
Sorry.
What?
I forgot. You don't play defense.
Yeah, what? I don't know what dodge means. What does that mean?
Wait, you want me to move out of range of getting hit?
Pretend like you don't want to get hit, and then do that.
I mean, but I do want to get hit.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I didn't realize you wanted to get hit. I knew you wanted them to come to you.
I didn't know there was an option not to get hit. Is that an option? I was assumed when they swung, I just step in front and take it like a man.
All right, so
actually, maybe Will I do this? Do I need to do this? I got all these spells. It's not even. It's not even worth it. These guys are not worth spell slots. I'll just be here.
You're just doing the menacing thing?
Yeah, I'll just stand here. I'm ready. I'm in ready
right.
stance.
I see Rowan staring down these 4 in front of him, and I'm like, he can take those 4. Rowan, you have those 4?
Yes.
All right. I go ahead and
At least
I got you. I'm gonna move my. I'm going to move up to there, and then I am going to cast Erupting Earth on these 3 over on the side and just kill them all.
They don't even get a save. They're just
they die.
I don't know that spell. What is that spell? I know what it sounds like, but
yeah, he made it. They didn't realize they were on a volcano.
Yeah,
and I'll go ahead and cast it. Just to make sure they die, I'll cast it at this level.
Jesus!
Wow. Gus is not messing around.
And Gus doesn't play.
He's had enough of this.
All right, so those 3, because it's a 20-foot square, so I'll include all 3 of those. So they have to make a Dex save. That would be 15 or better.
Gus is making a mess of the road here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I mean, that's difficult terrain everywhere.
So so that's difficult terrain. And it's my thorn wall still stays up too, because this is just instantaneous spell, not concentration.
All right, is it Dex again?
Yeah, Dex again.
All right, Benny, here you go.
Benny, come on, Benny.
Here comes Benny.
You got this, Benny. Oh, Benny. Oh, Benny. That rock right into his keister.
Oh yeah.
26 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, and like the earth just comes up around him and just smashes him into the ground, and yeah, it's kind of a sickening sound actually. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
We could get Emir the spearwoman also.
No,
I don't think so.
Because he'd be missing ball in that case, because it's a 20-foot cube, not a radius.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a 4x4 he's got to choose.
Rowan's got those 4. At least that's what he said. So
yeah.
And then Arnor gets the same that same crunch sound, and like it happened to Ben like a split second for Arnor, so you see Arnor like turn around like no, and then like crunch. He gets smashed into the earth. Yeah, and then Ball is like.
Ball knows it's coming. Ball's got
he sees it.
Come on, Ball.
He sees it.
Come on, Ball.
And he's like, no, it's not gonna happen.
We were cheering for you, Ball. We were cheering for
you.
He was like, oh man, yeah, and yeah.
Wow, Gus is an earthbender.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
just crunch.
They're dead.
Man, that seems good.
Love it.
They lived a short, painful existence.
Well, they tried to take our city.
Yeah.
Can't let that happen.
I have a new lease on life to be more peaceful.
This is how you create. This is how you create peace.
And to have peace, I must kill everything that is evil.
Exactly. I'm with you.
Your peace, you must win the war.
That's right.
And Grem, what are you doing?
So shadows start to extend from Grem and go out 15 feet in all directions. I don't know if everybody else can see the aura, but I figure that's the easiest way to do it. And then he will start moving off towards the Farron.
Thanks.
I think that. So can y'all see that aura?
No.
Hang on. There's a thing I can do here.
Can you guys see my aura?
No.
Oh, it's down here now. That's where it is. That's why I couldn't find it. See.
You
Can y'all
really
see it?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Graham's
Yep.
putting off an aura now.
Yep.
Hold
And
on.
so everything in that aura is in pitch darkness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Baron, are your auras obvious? Like, are they visible?
Yeah, you can see the bees, and you can see the cold radiating off of me in waves.
Oh, wow. There's a big cube.
Man, that's a big aura.
That is an aura.
That's light.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
It's blue light.
Ugh, gross.
Cold
Wow.
blue light. So you are in darkness now, Grim?
Yes. Nice dark darkness.
Like darkness?
Like magical darkness.
It's
Like,
like
I
the
can't
Farron
see,
and
like-
Grim are at odds now. You have a giant ball of blue light and then you giant
And,
cube of blue light and a ball of darkness. What is going on over there?
So as you were moving, Uella also was taking her turn, so she would like do this before the darkness would have covered her.
Yeah.
But I think actually, to be honest, so as you're moving up with the darkness, because you can see, actually Farron can see too, because y'all
Yeah.
can see darkness. Yeah,
Right.
Darkness. What is that? Y'all
This
actually
is a
see
good
her.
thing.
Y'all see her disappear.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Did she take damage ever? Did I miss that?
He did not.
No.
The Farron doesn't just do damage when they start their turn, or no?
No, that was that was Dark Emelis.
That's
You-
Jacree.
Yeah, I know you
Dark
can't see
Emelis.
it. I just went around and saw that's Dark Emelis that hasn't taken damage and disappeared.
You can't see what? All right, because you got the big wall in the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever they're talking about, no. But yes, she disappears.
Cool.
But we don't know that yet.
Us out here? Nope. No.
Yeah.
We just know these three guys turned to mush and Rowan's about to take out the other four.
I mean, Wigbit's probably gonna help.
I'm not gonna leave them all four. I don't
Yeah, no, Wigbit wants some.
know. 2, 3, maybe.
So Grim, Gus, Rowan, and Eula. So Wigbit.
All right. Oh,
Here he comes.
forward. Get myself in an advantageous position between you.
Oh, here we go.
That is the best place to be.
It is.
I think it's the melee fighting here. All right.
I mean, I guess I'll rage.
Oh, I got a rage.
I don't want to be mad, but I will.
Y'all gotta make me mad.
I'll
Yeah.
I think you
see.
need to make him mad.
So I'll hit the left one first. The
Esteban. Esteban the Spearman. All right, you put your pick into him and he like stumbles back and he's still up, but he's not real happy about it. Well, I guess he's happy about still being alive, but
Happy is relative.
yeah.
so then I'll bring the Warhammer.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah. I'm assuming there's gonna be Yeah. Then you come around with the Warhammer and then I mean that brief moment of happiness he had dissipates quickly as you smash his face in.
And then I'll turn to the other guy. And
I yell out, "Keep the peace, Wigbit."
Yeah. Keep the
I'll
pieces.
give him 13 piercing.
All right, and he was actually the only one who was not bloodied before that strike, so you have now caused him to have blood.
I'll get into this advantageous position.
Because it doesn't matter, right?
Matter.
All right. Is that all she wrote?
That's all, and I actually cheated.
Oh,
It's a
because you
bonus.
couldn't take
Oh.
the third attack.
Right.
I don't get
I
it.
cheat.
So then Grimalt does not take the spear or the extra war pick. And so therefore Grimalt is not bloody. Okay. So Mihal, who has been holding the whole time, will now jump in here and take his attack on, well, since Wigbit stepped up in the middle there. So he will longsword and short sword you. So here we go, and I have advantage.
Twice.
First longsword attack is I gotta get advantage. 22.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll these. I'll roll damage in a minute. I know I gotta separate the damage, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll it. Second longsword attack is 19.
Yep.
All right, so he slash, and then he comes up with the short sword, and he's like, I want to poke you with the short sword while I'm at it. And see what that looks like.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh, it didn't tip over, did it? Dang it.
man, almost.
So I'm
Close.
guessing 13 is a miss. Yeah. So you have 2 long swords. Nope, one-handed on you. So I'll roll this. It's a lot simpler if I don't have to roll it twice. So 8, which becomes 4, and 8, which becomes 4. So a grand total of 8. And Jakreek starts her turn.
Creek.
Takes 5 poison.
Takes 5 poison.
Oops.
Ooh, what just happened? There we go. 5 poison. We don't like poison.
Probably not.
Okay. Well then. I mean,
She should just run away.
Probably.
And then the Fern Shillelagh her to death.
she's going to. She's all right. She's gonna stab you with her short sword a few times.
Oh, a few
Whoa.
stabbings.
First attack, 24.
That hits.
Second attack, 25.
Also hits.
Third attack, 19.
That also hits.
Okay, yeah. So she stabs. And can I give them to you all together? Or do you have a
separate?
separate? All right. First attack did 7.
All right, and then wait.
Oh, that's right. I forgot this part.
That's right.
7.
7.
Okay.
And then I take how much?
25 and
Not a fair trade.
And 25 and.
What?
Yeah, he is anti-rogue.
This is armor of Agathis. Oh, this is fire shield.
On top of armor of Agathis.
save DC 17.
Huh. What kind of save is it?
Mm,
None. She hit you.
yeah. No, I don't. I take it back. I don't know why it says that spell saved 17 there. It's just 2d8 damage.
Yeah, I think it's just attached.
Okay.
So that's 7 more. So she took 32 damage for the 7 that she dealt me, and then she did damage again.
Oops.
Mistakes were made.
Yep.
Mistakes were made.
Like, I'm gonna stab him as many times as I can. Oh wait, oops, I died.
I mean, she's gonna finish what she was doing because I mean that's what she's. I mean, she's
All right,
already
6.
so 6.
And so she takes 25.
Does she take it every time or just one?
Yeah.
Yep, it is each time you are struck.
So that's 36 that she took for attacking me that second time.
I think
She
by
takes it-
now she's like, no, don't do it.
It's not a once per round reaction thing.
No, it's not a reaction. It's
It's not a
effect.
reaction.
I love this.
If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points for Armor of Agathis, they take damage.
That's crazy.
And it's the same thing for Fire Shield. Anytime you are hit by a melee attack, you take damage.
Oh,
Yeah, it's anti-rogue.
I mean, it's anti
Melee.
anything, right?
Right. Especially rogue, who gets to attack and do a lot of little damage.
36
36.
for that second one. The third one.
Hey, I have 1 hit point. Okay, I'm dead. But I got in my last 7 before I died.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
Taking him down a
Great,
peg.
because now I'm back up to 15 hit points that are temporary.
I mean, he told her what he was going to do.
He very warned her.
You do not want to do this.
I just love thinking of the moment during those 3 attacks when the realization set in. Ow! Oh, shoot. Ow.
Probably one of those, like, yeah, it's probably one of those, like, oh, this can't happen again. Oh, it just happened again. So, okay.
She had the same thought process that Johnny had. After the first one, she's like, there's no way this could happen again. And then she's like, oh, it happened again. Oh, no.
And now it's Farron's turn.
How much damage did you do on not your turn? Legendary actions.
Oh.
That's what
Right.
it is.
100
Right.
something.
Up over around 100, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 75 plus 11 is 86.
Is Farron secretly the big bad? This is what's
You
happening.
do 96? Yeah, 96 damage.
My turn.
Yep.
A lot.
That's good that it's your turn now.
Surprise, you're dead.
Now you can do some damage.
Yeah. John is like, God damn
Yeah.
it.
Can it just keep being not your turn?
I know. Yeah.
Honestly, you're doing better on not your turn, I think.
On my turn, I steal her soul because she's already dead.
I already took that.
No, he did that on her turn.
On
You
her
did-
turn.
He did that on her turn.
What do I do? She killed herself.
Mm-hmm. She did.
Yeah.
Killed herself.
All right.
And he steps into the darkness.
Mhm. So Keenan, the veteran's in darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attack him with advantage.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
the Farron can see everything.
Yeah. And I thought Eldritch Blast was the most broken spell in the game.
Nope. It's the combo of Armor of Agathis Upcast with Fire Shield.
14.
Just 14.
Only
Yeah.
14. Oh, wait.
He's got a second chance here.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
look at this guy.
Oh.
25 more.
That.
All right, so
Did I
let's
say
take note
14? I meant 39.
Yeah, let's take note on this turn, like this whole round. Mike has done 150 points or so of
Yeah,
damage.
so you guys thought I was OP. You guys thought I was OP. Now who's OP?
We're up to, I think we're up to 135. 135.
35. Okay, yeah, you know,
In the past
at
2
some point-
seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because it's not even a full round. That was the last 2 seconds.
He healed like 15 in there too, right?
And he healed 50. Oh, yeah.
Right,
He
he'll
got 15 temp.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Fan?
No, I'm good.
Still left you in the library.
Yeah, actually, you didn't hear any of that. Sorry.
You didn't hear anything.
You're in the library still.
I guess. Well. Yeah. Well. Well, Grimalt the Spearman will turn around and stab Wigbeck since we have advantage on this one.
He obviously didn't see what went down, or else he would be running
Like
away.
all around him.
You know.
He's feeling brave. He's feeling brave.
Man, I rolled
Oh,
good.
a 1 and a 20.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
And this Spearman.
Grimald.
So another member of the Spearman's unit has taken damage since the beginning of his last round. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
So we get an extra D4 on top of.
Which is doubled.
So I get 2 of 2d8 and then 2d4. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Wigbit's fine.
I know.
He's going to feel proud of himself, though. That's something.
So 10 plus, I guess this is all together. So it's 10 plus. Is there a plus? No, just straight up d4. 10 plus 3, so 13.
Oh, that odd number.
Halved 6. Felt really good about that strike, though. Really good.
Yeah.
For 6 damage.
Yep.
I got you.
Result of attack.
Oh wait,
Here, this-
whoa, hold on, wait.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell me what happens.
Go back
Can't
to where
just
you
get that
go
close.
back to where you started from.
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
step back.
All right,
brother.
go ahead, take your first step.
Okay.
All right, I attack you right there.
Yep, I know. I know what's happening. I was ready for this. I have remembered this. Oh wait. Wait a minute. How armored are we?
Let's see.
Oh shit, we're wearing leather. You hit.
All right. Well. All right. So that's 8 magical slashing. His speed is 0, so he's not going anywhere else.
Oh, she's not. Damn it.
But I am.
Right.
2, 3. I'm going here. No one. You can't take OAs, so don't worry about that. So yeah, I hit him and I'm up there now.
All
I
right.
don't
She can
think
still.
these guys understood that we had a vendetta. Like we just all came back to life, and we were like
Yeah.
on.
Nope.
We're mad.
She can still take her attack though, right?
Yeah, you just can't move
Okay.
anywhere.
All right. Well, I mean, she'll still try to stab you then.
That's fine.
As you run by her.
I'm not worried.
No. Probably miss.
No, you'll probably hit me.
No,
you won't.
Not
Never
as,
mind.
not
Never
as, yeah. She was very surprised that she couldn't move further, and then like you held her at bay with the glaive as you ran by her. She's
Yep.
just up there like, oh crap.
That's why I have this thing.
So those 2 have gone, and then Gruff is like, oh, it's dark over here.
Yep. Oh, gruff.
And the last I saw, Creek was getting eaten by
Somebody.
cold bees.
But it's dark.
And
Oh, no,
fire.
actually, no, because he can't see through the darkness. So actually, he didn't
Right.
see any of
Yep.
that.
Right, Jakreek seems fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably just over
Probably on the
there.
other side of this darkness, right?
Yep.
The
Just killing
darkness that is-
everybody.
Just attacking.
He's like,
Just-
Jakreek's a badass. She's kicking ass.
5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna do the. I love how Josh did this one time. So I'm gonna do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Next step in the darkness is 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna step back out of the darkness. Like, oh wait, that's 10 feet. We're gonna go back in the darkness. It's 15 feet.
Oh boy.
We're gonna,
Oh,
oh, 1 is well, we can't do that because somebody's there, so we'll go straight ahead. 20. Okay. Really dark in here. 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just barely dodging that wall.
I know. I'm saying like he's
Oh,
got to
wow,
run into the wall.
I didn't even see it.
he didn't
Well,
blindly
that was
stumble
awesome.
into the wall.
Stumble into that wall.
That would have been bad.
That
and
would
you know
be
what?
bad.
Well, let's see if he stumbles. Oh, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so he actually moved all the way around the wall.
How did he
Look
do
at
that?
it. Gruff.
That
Crap.
was impressive. Good job, Gruff.
And he swings and hits some of the wall, and that's, I mean,
Wow, Gruff.
what he's doing. 'Cause he's
Rough.
lost in the darkness.
That's pretty great,
Rough.
Gruff. Gotta
Poor
say.
Gruff.
So he's still in the darkness.
Yeah, he's lost. I mean, it's disorienting.
Graham would get an OA.
I don't have a melee weapon. I can't make a melee basic.
You can punch him.
I mean, I'm not wasting my time with that.
Punch him with the shadowy bow.
No.
Pow.
I'm
All
not
right.
gonna disrespect our bow that way.
That's right.
All right. On 17, Keenan the veteran is in the same predicament. It's very disorienting, but he knows which way.
Yep.
He's got it. He's figured this out.
He's
I'm
almost there.
speaking to him to, like, over here, Keenan. Or over here. Over here, come to me.
You're calling for me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll back up here then. I'll go. You moved there, and then you called for him. So now I'll do it. He knows the direction, so he'll move 1, 2, or 3.
Over here, walk toward my voice.
Here we go.
The
So he moves here.
Just as creepy as the last thing you did. He said,
Yeah, right.
Are you still calling me?
Yeah.
combat.
So what is your name?
Oh, you'd like to know their names before you take their souls?
You still talking to me?
Do you hear me?
All right. Well, we'll swing and die apparently because this is how it's gonna work.
Yeah, because he doesn't know better.
Nope, he sure doesn't. I forgot to add but I'm at disadvantage because I'm in the darkness anyway. So it's well, still pretty good roll. So just I guess 20 does hit you. So he does hit you in the darkness.
All right.
I know.
Does 25? Does he have more than 25 hit points?
No.
All right.
Does my hit still hit you though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's when you take the hit.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll the damage? Or you're just gonna like suck it all back up?
Well, can you do more than 15?
No.
Then you don't need to roll it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what I was asking. Like, yeah. So he
Oh my
slashes
God.
you, and then cold bees, and yeah. Okay. All right.
I love it.
Yeah.
I told you, if you fall against me, then I consume your soul.
I mean, you didn't tell this guy.
Yeah. But he
He
said it
didn't
loud
know.
enough for the whole group to hear.
He thought you were gonna hang out with him. He's like, I can hear
Oh,
you.
see, I picture him as like whispering it to her right next to him, because that's way
Yeah,
creepier.
Erican's still running. All right.
Don't worry,
Team
Erican.
10.
Erican, you'll make it.
Team 10.
Oh, Erican. Oh, so there's like a dude. There's still a dude right here, next to us.
Yeah.
All right.
There's 2 dudes and another dude, but
Yep.
there's 2 dudes beside you.
Oh yeah, I can hit anybody I want.
Oh, because you're using a
Oh,
blade.
yeah.
I want to take a look at Wigbit and
I'm
see
gonna
how hurt he
I'm gonna
is.
swing at Mihal.
Wigbit's been scratched.
Okay.
You
all
see
right.
my green bar, right? How empty it is.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. How empty it is.
You're hitting Mihal, the
Yeah,
veteran.
I'm swinging at Mihal.
Taking some.
That misses.
Okay. Next
It's a
one.
splint armor.
So this is the butt end of the spear. Or
That
glaive.
hits.
Okay. So that's 9 magical bludgeoning with the butt end. And then we swing it in with the blade end again.
Yeah.
For 16 magical slashing.
All right. Mihal is staggering.
Cool. I'll just
Is
stay
that all
here.
she wrote?
I like where I am.
Gus and Grim.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Gruff.
Gruff
Gruff.
McGruff.
You can't see
Oh,
him.
I
He's in
can't
the dark.
see him. I can't
Yeah.
see him. All
Yeah,
right.
he's in the darkness.
I will just go ahead and move up to there, and I'll kind of look over at Wigbit and Rowan, like kind of shrug, like, okay,
Yep.
all
fine.
right, and then I'll just whip out a whip of thorns, like, just like okay, and I'll whip Amari down here.
Okay.
Casual thorn whip.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
it.
just like I'll look around and I'll like shrug a little bit, like okay,
All right.
I thought you guys, yeah, let's just do this. I'm assuming 26 hits.
Oh yeah. It's a lot.
7 on. All right.
All right. She's staggering, but she's still up.
All right. That's it.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
Grim.
Grim will step forward here and he'll whisper into Gruff's ear as he raises his crossbow. You should run. Your ancestors come for you. And he'll take aim at Mihal and take a shot.
All kinds of creepy, aren't you?
I love it.
He's gotten a little creepier. 29 hit.
Yeah.
This 29 hit.
So Mihal will take. Let's go ahead and use another favored foe on him. 18. He'll take 19 magical piercing, and then.
I mean, he took it. Took it like a champ.
Good.
Yep.
Took it.
And then Gruff hears a low wail coming up from next to him, and I mean, not that he can see, but ghostly fingers start clawing at him, doing 1 necrotic damage to him.
I don't know what that was, but that's weird.
Well, I did sneak attack damage, so it bounced.
You guys are all good guys.
I was gonna say, Wigbit, what has become of your party?
Yeah, who are these friends that you recruited, Wigbit?
Back undead to fight.
Luckily, you couldn't see it.
Wigbit, we got to talk about these people you picked up. I don't know, man.
We all just came back from the dead. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I'm not like eating people's souls and
Fingers out of the grave.
Yeah, bringing fingers out of
Not
graves.
fingers, they're
I'm just
ghostly spirits, the
just hitting
spirits
people
that I
with a
talk
glaive,
to.
like I always did.
I'm just using earth and nature to maul and kill and maim people.
I'm just using the ghosts to help guide them to their end. We're all normal.
Okay.
That's it for Grim.
This is a party of good guys.
Unless I can bonus action intimidate.
I mean, you were intimidating enough, I would say. I don't know if you really need to. Yeah, I don't think you can bonus action intimidate anyway.
No,
I mean, you're intimidating already. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel bad for Gruff.
don't worry, you can't see it.
I have no idea what's going on.
You can't
That's
see
right.
what's happening.
Nothing bad is happening. He's
gonna
fine.
Yeah, he's just gonna run into the thorn wall.
Oh, is that where I? You know what? You're right. The way I placed myself, he might. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
like he's gonna run that way.
I love it.
He's gonna try to run away from this dark
Yeah.
voice.
And
Right into the thorn wall.
Crash
Face
into
first.
the thorn wall.
Face first.
Graham, you could like
Yeah.
ready an action or reaction to like just follow somebody wherever they walk so they never get out of the darkness.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'm just gonna walk.
Follow Gruff around doing
Walk a
1
couple
point of
feet.
damage and keeping him in the darkness.
Ruff's having a bad day. Oh, there's a fireball. moving.
Oh,
That's
what
always
is
good.
that?
That's always good.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
It's getting bigger.
Oh,
Holy
baby.
shit.
Getting bigger.
It's a big
Uh-huh.
fireball. Look at that thing.
It's normal size fireball, but I just wanted to. Yeah, that's
Whoa.
funny.
What is happening?
Oh, poor Gruff. Poor Gruff.
Oh, Gruff.
There we go. Cool. Yeah.
So Gruff either goes into the fireball, into the wall of thorns, or he has to face Wigbit.
I think he's getting hit by the fireball.
He's eating some
Yeah.
fireball.
I think Graham is getting fireball and Farron's getting fireball too.
Yep.
So from behind this bush over here, a point of light appears and lands actually right there. So wait a minute, did I do that right?
Purple Emelis.
It's 20 feet.
It's the purple Emelis.
I knew it.
It's actually bigger than that, right? 'Cause
Is that
it's 20,
Snuffleupagus'
20-foot
cousin?
radius, right?
20-foot radius, right? Yeah.
That's big.
It's a 5x5 square.
Right.
Right.
Or they're squares.
Do what?
I'm in it.
Yeah. I mean, you were the point.
Who wanted
And then
you
she
in
was
it?
trying to. She knew the darkness, so she was trying to whatever was in the darkness. So that was like the point of the fireball.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gruff.
So
I wasn't
this is fireball.
Poor
Okay.
Gruff.
No, you were other stuff. So and we're going to
Just
yeah,
dump
we'll put this at we'll put this at 5th level. So make a dexterity saving throw.
Big fireball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite right on the, but I like to put that there. Just
Whoops. 15?
19.
Okay, so you have made the saves, so you can take half damage, or maybe you don't. I don't know. And poor Gruff. Here we go, Gruff. Here we go, Gruff. You got this, Gruff.
I don't think
Gruff.
Gruff is gonna make it.
Oh, Gruff.
Well, at least he doesn't have to go through the wall of thorns.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Gruff. Hit with dice.
Oh, I didn't roll a single 6.
No, no sixes. That's too bad.
That was lame. All right, so y'all take 16. Poor Gruff takes 33.
Oh, Gruff.
I'll take 8.
Yeah. What's funny about Gruff is he actually has 33 max hit points, and he took 1 from the whale. So
Oh,
almost made it. Oh.
Perfect.
poor Gruff.
So literally, like, as the whales of what is it? Whales from the grave are like clawing at him. He then explodes and dies. That all happened at the same time.
Can we let Gruff make death saves?
I don't think there's anything. There's no way to come back from that.
No. The Raven Queen has received today.
She's received.
Ancestors took him.
That's right.
All right. So that happened, and then
So, do we feel like a heat wave come off of that?
you
Or something?
might, but you definitely hear an explosion. I mean, it's a fireball. So I mean, yeah, there's a fireball.
I assume the ground shook a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a yeah. It's hard to simulate D&D noises.
Something
sometimes.
bad happened over there.
There's nothing quiet going on in this street right now. People are screaming as their souls are being sucked out of them, and bees are crawling all over them, and they're being stabbed in the face with glaives and being smashed in the face with picks. I mean, this is like, this isn't a quiet battle. And then now we got walls of thorns, and
There's 2 ladies hanging out of this window over here, like waving their arms, like Rowan.
all right. So Wigbit, it is 9. I think that was all my.
So did Oella disappear or move over there?
She
Okay,
moved up there.
Just moved.
Yeah, she just moved.
That's acceptable.
I'll dance around this guy. That's not really much of a dance, but
A twirl.
start doing stuff. So war pick to the first one.
Is that girl?
Sure.
Okay.
And then I'll swing that one right into the other guy.
Oh, now you're hitting Amir with the other one.
Yeah, this is the same stroke here.
Oh, right. Silly me.
I like when they're close. So the other guy gets 11.
So you hit him, and then you come through with the stroke and finish her off.
All right, and then
Falls over. Can he do enough? Oh, that's not going to be enough.
all right.
Oh,
Wait, what?
I thought it was done.
Wigbit's never done.
All right. Well, for a brief moment, he thought he was going to survive another minute or two. Well, second or two, but no. Yeah. Yeah, the last Warhammer. It's a lot of attack. Always so many attacks. Yeah, so bam, 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 bam. Yeah, and yeah.
3, 4. Look around.
Guess I can take soldiers off the look now.
So Wigbit,
Mihal
past
is
the
dead.
wall.
What's that?
There's a wizard past the wall.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting y'all can't see past the wall
Nope.
still.
Well, we can't see the Farron either.
Go this way.
Yeah, you can't see the Farron. You actually can't. The only people y'all, Gus, Wigbit, and Rowan can see each other, and Eric can, but y'all can't see the Grim or the Farron or the wizard they're talking about.
Oh,
There's-
you guys.
There's no way around the wall.
Is there a space between the wall and to get around on this side?
Building.
On the right side.
You mean over here? Yeah,
Yeah.
you could squeeze over. You could
Okay.
squeeze through that.
Yeah, I'll go that way if.
Oh, there is a way
Okay.
through the wall. Never mind. Just kidding.
I mean, I could take the wall down.
Come on.
I don't think we need it anymore.
Probably don't need it at this point.
All right. Could I use my bonus action to kind of take it down, or I guess I just drop it, right?
Yeah, you just drop concentration.
Can you do that anytime, or do you have to do that on your turn?
I don't know. Like it says.
I mean, if it doesn't say, we'll say you can drop it anytime. But if it says like specifically you drop it on your turn, because that would matter now. Because do what?
Is it like a free action? Is that a thing?
Well, but even if it's a free action, it's considered an action.
Right, which is on your turn.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says concentration up to 10 minutes.
But when we're talking about concentration,
Concentration thing.
you can end concentration at any time, no action required. All right?
Somebody smack me in the mouth and make me lose concentration.
No, it says you can end it at any time without an action. So
There we go then. I end
so
it.
you want to drop it?
Yeah. Now that, like, as soon as Wigbit would have killed that last soldier on this side, I would have seen them fall and then dropped it. That way we could move forward.
Then I would just go straight this way.
No wizard over there.
We do see this person.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
person? What person? There's no person.
I see Snuffleupagus' cousin, Pink Emelis.
Is it my turn?
You really not see
way
it.
over there. Oh, I just had to
Okay.
scroll up more. Yeah, way over there.
I was like, you should be able to see
Role
it.
playing or
Yeah, Farron, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna step into this darkness. Do I get advantage on her when I'm in darkness, or can she see in the darkness?
Yeah, you get advantage. She can't see.
From now on, all your characters have Devil Sight.
They are about to. Yeah.
There's 15 for her.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't gonna last long. Oh
snap.
shit!
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Look who
Yeah.
brought their dice tonight, folks.
Dude, Farron, rolling the good dice.
I think the Farron likes Graham too.
I think they just
no.
became friends.
I think they're good buddies.
Yeah, you hit her the one time and she was like running. I mean, she was moving away quickly, you know, and so you hit her, and the second shot, it hits her, and her head just explodes, and she just falls. Like that's the crit Eldritch Blast kill shot right there. Like, you know, yeah. Halion did that to a lot of
Pink hair.
Illithid. Yeah. And I think that's all the bad guys, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Us as good guys. Yep.
Yep. We are good guys. We're all good guys.
Wait, no, it's
We're all
not.
good.
Sorry, not all the bad guys.
That's right.
It's
As we
all-
all look at each other.
It's all the bad guys that you were controlling.
Right.
I just sit and watch as the party kills themselves.
Yep.
So this has happened, and it took about 18 seconds of actual fighting.
Sounds right.
Yeah, 18 seconds of actual fighting plus, you know, it's probably a total of a minute since you saw them, you know, 'cause moving up the street, you know. As you look down at, like, some of the soldiers, they are wearing that Valeus's heraldry on them. Not all of them are. Some of them are. Some of them are dressed, you know, quote unquote. The three fellows over here that are now covered in the earth of the road were all dressed as, again, those lost eagles. That some of you will recognize and some not. I can't keep straight who, but some of you recognize and some don't. Let's see. The two veterans both were wearing the Beleus heraldry on. And then let's see. Gruff had the heraldry. Or Gruff didn't have heraldry. Gruff was also like the three fellows over here. And then Amir, the spearwoman, had the heraldry. The other two did not. Esteban and Grimald did not have the heraldry. And then Uella and Jakreek have no nothing identifying on them outwardly. So, but yeah, so and then like as y'all like stand for a second and check these out and listen. I mean, it's clear that this has caused obviously a little bit of a ruckus. I mean, as quick as it was, like I said, it was loud. It was battle. It's battle in the city. And you can't see anything and you can't necessarily identify anything that you can hear, but you can kind of get that feeling of there's some things that are out there. There's movement, people have heard a fireball, for example, explode in the streets and people screaming and things like that. So
The earth being torn up.
and the earth being torn, rubbed, and the street has been ripped apart, so, people's souls being sucked out, all those things, wails of the dead, yeah.
Stuff has happened.
Yeah. Rolling on the
Normal.
south, ringing through the streets, I mean, these things are,
It's a normal day.
normal day, yeah. So, I guess the question here is, are you going to progress to where you were headed, Rowan? Like to where Eric, because as y'all were saying there, Eric finally went up. All right.
See, hardly wasted any time at all. I'm gonna very quickly make a nice pile of these bodies in the middle of the street right here, and I'm gonna make sure the ones with heraldry are on top, so they know. You send your patrols out in my streets, this is what happens.
All right. So we've created a
Southward anymore. You're rowing
Of Emelis.
of Emelis.
Yep.
Whereas they were in the north, man.
Yep. Well, I don't like it. So,
And so,
Eric, shall we be on our way? And if
I believe so.
we've got a couple things to do here, and I'll start as we start going. I'll fill in Farron and Gus. The occupying forces here intend to execute several people tomorrow, and we're gonna stop that from happening. We got one quick stop to make first. Erican has some friends who can help get us a little better outfitted, and then we'll be on our way to save some important people from being put to death tomorrow unjustly.
From the shadows that have not gone down, you hear Grum's voice. You want me to just go get them?
Well,
I mean, no one will see me.
I like push myself into the darkness because I just think I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. Because I can hear Grim's voice and I'm like, oh, this is neat. Grim, just like walking around in the darkness.
I'd like to.
The darkness with double sight.
Say again, Mike?
How do you perceive the darkness if you have double sight?
I don't know.
It's probably, would it be like shades? Would it be like, it's dark?
Yeah. I mean, kind of like the aura, right? Like the aura is probably what you see. Like you recognize it is darker than the rest of the area that's dimly lit.
So like a shady veil, maybe.
Well, and yeah, I mean, it is dim light, right? Like if dark vision gives you dim light rather than dark light. So you'd still recognize it as dim light as compared to bright light. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Graham, I would like to at least see what the situation is there where they're holding them, but we maybe how we end up handling it.
Okay, you will let me know.
Yes. But we should be on our way.
That was fun.
One last patrol.
Hopefully next patrol is stronger.
Hopefully, yeah.
That fight was fun. We got lucky.
No lucky. We are good.
We are. Going to be a lot less of Elias' soldiers here when we're done.
It is going to be a good night of hunting.
But remember that they're They're not our main objective here.
No, but they are very much in the way of it.
They are. They're an obstacle, but they're not the.
But at least one of the people that they're planning to execute, I think, is important.
Who's that?
Milan.
They have Milan?
They do.
That changes everything. Yeah, we need to go there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh
Grimmel,
my. Oh.
the darkness will recede back into him.
I'm like upside down, like standing on one hand. And then as soon as you turn the light on, I fall down. Oh, okay.
The bees crawl back into the fern skin.
Oh, gross.
We're good guys.
That
Turn off
creeps me
evil
out.
mode.
That creeps me out.
Poor Wigbit. So, did anybody else have like any character things? Because this is where we're going to stop. You're gonna get to where Erican wants you to go. That's where we'll pick up next time. But anything else to close the episode with?
No, I think that was pretty good.
All right,
That was pretty awesome.
we'll pause there and we'll pick it up in a couple of weeks.
All right. Good stuff.
I wanted to double those two up for so long.
There it was.
That was it. I think we all pumped everything. That was crazy tonight.
Yeah. Well, some of you did. I hit some people with a glaive a couple times. That's about it.
You were too busy waving to your fans.
I mean, they're happy to see me back. You know?
Right.
Things are looking up for the city now that I'm back in town.
You need a bannerman though.
Oh, well, maybe I do. I might
You
be
need
more open to that than I used to be.
I feel like the banner of this party might be a little darker than
Might be.
the banner of light that we once probably carried.
We're the heroes the city needs.
There it is.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday with some more Scion. Scion's on a mountain. We'll see what happens.
And that's gonna be good.
Yep. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks to continue our retaking of Emelis. So we'll see you next week or in 2 weeks. Night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Good job, team.
Everyone.